Okay, set number one, game number one between SaladEsc playing as the Blue Goths and my co-caster co-host, the Otter One, playing as the Japanese in yellow. This is a best of 5 elimination round, elimination set, elimination match. I don't know what the hell to call it. Looks like everyone's starting here with an envoy. Okay, looks like a Mongolian envoy, if I had to guess. Now, Goths against Japanese. Oh, goodness gracious. Looks like already one kill here for this envoy for SaladEsc. Let's see if Otter can get a kill as well. Has found a villager. No, but she absconds into the town center. Oh, it's such a pain to play against the Goths. I mean, each one of these barracks, by the way, post-Imperial Altex research means that these barracks work 220% faster than every other generic barracks in the game, which means each one of these barracks is the same as having 3 normal barracks, which is why you see army supply is already more than double for the Goths. So I think Otter's basically got 2 choices here. Number 1, try to put the pressure on your opponent as much as possible until you can get your infantry. Technically, the Japanese infantry is significantly better than the Goths. Number 1, they have all upgrades. The Goths are missing the last armor upgrades. And number 2, the Japanese infantry just attacks 1.5 second delay compared to the usual 2. So the Otter either has to put on a lot of pressure onto his opponent, or number 2, turtle up as best as he possibly can, because when you're playing against the Goths, you are going to get absolutely overwhelmed by their... I mean, look at the mini-map. Look at the mini-map. Look at the army supply, 68 to 10. Now, if the Otter can just get out some samurai, not that we're seeing any Huskarls, but the samurai should do a fantastic job assisting these champions. But the Otter just doesn't have as many champions as his opponent. Has done a good job walling himself in. Let's zoom out a little bit. A lot of choke points on this map, which I don't know that that's necessarily... Usually I say that helps the player with the better ranged units, the archer units. But when you're playing against the Goths, Archer's not exactly a viable game strategy. This castle stalls out at 86%. This one's got a villager building it. But remember, the Goths with their progressive building attack bonus get a +7 attack. Oh my god, even with 6,400 HP. Otter's got 3 army, 3 villagers. This is an absolute rout. Man, is it a nightmare to play against the Goths. And now the castle's up. He's not training a single unit out of it. I think... I feel bad saying it for my fellow co-host. I don't know that it's recoverable, this situation. He's literally got 5 army supply to 162. Man, the Goths, plus they get 10 extra population spaces. If that's not enough, 1 samurai does finally come out. But 1 samurai alone is not going to survive. And yeah, I mean, that was just... that was a rough set. Anytime you're playing against, I mean, look at the Gothic base compared to the Japanese base. I mean, this is just a never-ending stream of units. He's got 163 champions, 54 more in the production tab, and they train 3 times faster. Now, 3 times faster is an understatement. They actually train more than 3 times faster, which is just absolutely ridiculous. And this 1 samurai, 2 samurai here become Ronin, their master, having fallen. First game goes to Salad. I mean, I don't want to say a Civ win, but definitely starting to look like a bit of a Civ win here. Man, what the hell do you do? Look at this body of champions. Game 1, just an absolute Gothic swarm being played by SaladEsc. I would say almost perfectly. He was housed for a little bit. Aside from that, using those barracks to absolutely swarm. Now, again, 9 barracks is the equivalent of about 30 barracks. Think about that. 30 barracks our Goth has right now, pumping out endless waves of infantry. And yeah, game number 1, Otter just not able to stop the flow, stop the tide, the wave, whatever the hell, whatever oceanic analogy you want to use, of the Goths, and the Blue Goths take game number 1. Game number 2 finds us very, very cold. Everyone's got an Eagle Scout. Okay. Our first Magyar and Hunnic Eagle Scouts. Salad this time in blue as the Huns. The Otter as the Magyars in yellow. Let's take a look at the map. We'll zoom out as the 2 Eagle Scouts kind of do a little run by. We've got a bit of an hourglass shape in the middle, various shades all the way from Caribbean teal to oceanic Pacific dark blue. And we're on a winter map. Where are the resources on this map? They're all in the kind of backwards position. Stone, gold. There's a lot of gold, a lot of stone on this map. Actually, not that much gold up here. But let's see how the players decide to go. Our Hun opting to go Paladin instead of the usual Cav Archers. I guess realizing you can't really go Cav Archers against the Magyars, even though the Magyars have to pay full price for theirs. The Huns do not. And look at Otter. Otter wants to make an issue of the water. I didn't want to say it too quickly, otherwise you'd think I'm Dr. Seuss rhyming it with the otter in the water. How many docks is he going up to? 8 docks. Now this is an absolute beautiful choke point for demolitions, for big juicy explosions. And we've got 25 demo ships being trained for our Magyar, who takes a fight yet again in the forward position of his base. How many villager kills? Otter's actually managed to kill 2 villagers this game to the 0 of last game, at least the 0 of the opening salvo. As his base starts going up, he will clean up this blue force, but behind it, more and more. Be careful. Oh, Salad escaping. Literally, Salad escaping in the last moment. He's going to have to be very careful. Now, remember, Deathmatch is played on Explored, so he knows that there are avenues to the north and south that he can take to avoid these demo ships. And now, having seen his opponent's demo ships, plops down 6 docks of his own. The Otter coming out with cannon galleons as well, cleaning up the Paladins to the north. He's mixing in some halberdiers. He is housed, though. Both players sitting at around 70 population. Cannon galleon, okay, not exactly the greatest unit against the faster moving Paladins. Demo ship, not too sure what it exploded on there. Doesn't really look like much, but we've got Magyar Hussars with siege attack bonuses. Not that we're seeing siege out of our Hun at the moment. He is to the south. Okay, so now we've got some of those cheaper Hunnic Cav Archers making an appearance. What is the Otter going for? Cannon galleon, demo ships, Hussars, Cav Archers, Magyar Hussars, Paladins, Halberdiers. The Otter is training anything and everything he can possibly make at the moment. As he clears up the rear position of his base, it looks like we have a bit of a standoff in the front of Salad's base. Both players going heavy on the army at the moment. Heavy on the land army, I meant to say. Not too much in the way of water left. Oh, he's got to be so careful. Those Paladins move in. Looks like Otter cleaned up the majority of the rear attack here. He is expanding south. Let's take a look at our Hunnic base. Not a single house in sight. Thank you to that Hun bonus. Market is already up. 1, 2, 3 town centers. 4 if you include the original one. And 2 very aggressive castles. A third. If I thought these were aggressive, these are super aggressive. Demos everywhere. And yet again, Salad takes the fight to his opponent. The Otter finds himself under attack to the north. He finds himself under attack in the center as well. Let's keep an eye on the demo ships. Okay, not the most effective of hits here, but whatever you can do to clear up army. Paladins versus Cav Archers. Paladins with those annoying 7 pierce armor. With that annoying 7 pierce armor against a unit that attacks on an 11. 4 damage to a unit with 180 HP. Okay, good use of the demos here out of Salad. I mean, 3 demos basically waste half of the Otter's demos, which I'm sure Otter is not happy about. The castle doesn't quite see anything yet. The town center doesn't see anything yet. The Cav Archers, where are you going? Ooh, if only he went a little south, he could finally discover these villagers here. I'm hearing a lot of booms. I'm hearing a lot of explosion, wood flying everywhere. And our Magyar putting on the aggression here at the moment. Castles will discover each other. It looks like Blue's castle will go up first unless these... No, the Magyar Hussars, man, their line of sight is not that great. He thinks he caught out a dock here. Little does he know there's... Oh my god, he's trying to place a town center here. Okay, Otter's going to discover that that's not exactly possible. Let's pivot back to the center of the map where we've got Halberdiers versus Halberdiers because both players are baroque as a joke. No food for Otter, no gold for Otter, no gold at all for our Hun. And now the Paladins show up a little bit too late, but there's enough of them that they can actually get something going here. Demo is going to go after a Magyar Hussar. Nope. Okay. A demo for a Magyar Hussar. These paladins not exactly doing much at the moment. And the Otter is taking a pounding here in the center of the map. He's got his halberdiers. Oh no, oh no! Oh, that was absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. His cannon galleon has fallen. He's got one demo ship. The Otter's naval presence is gone entirely. Where are his cav archers? He's got 19 of them. Why are they not here picking off halberdiers? Okay, we got some Magyar Hussars cleaning up the aggression to the north. A wild Bactrian camel with a double hump is watching everything. More and more halberdiers. At this time, Otter has brought his cav archers, so these halberdiers are not going to stay around for too long. This castle is going up. Where is there a villager? Oh, there's a villager right here in the tip. Right here in the tip, building it. And it looks like both players angling to the southeast of the map. Our Hun is not going to last very long against this absolute bonko aggression of these paladins. 47 army supply to 50, 88 villagers to 95. The Otter is behind, but just by a little bit. Score-wise, he is ahead. He has secured his south. Now the north comes under attack. Not too sure the Magyar Hussars are going to make a dent in these paladins, though. What is he sending to support, to reinforce? Not much at the moment. The majority of his army is here down south. I mean, this is a good amount of navy, but he's not really using it to do much. Trebs start their bombardment by packing up. Unpacking, rather. Man, one day I'll learn the correct terminology. That day is not today. What do we say to the god of getting things right? Not today. Otter moves a little bit too forward with his Treb here, and it looks like Paladin raiding now. Oh, our Hun. What do you got? 21 Paladins and a single Hussar. Will try to take out more and more villagers of his opponent as the navy here to the south begins blockading. Now, this map, there's not a lot of wiggle room here for Otter if you wanted to move and keep pivoting south. I guess he could go through here. This navy spread out, suspecting possibly that demos are on the way, and they in fact are. Here they come. First wave. Ineffective. Not a single ship killed. I mean, he softened up a bunch of them, but not a single boat. Not a single ship has gone down. Paladins destroying villagers to the center, but they've been cleared up by these cav archers. More paladins. These are fresh recruits. No kills on them just yet. And oh man, raiding with paladins. Salad is maxed out at 200. Another wave of demo ships accomplishes nothing. The Viper did manage to get the castle down. He's got this town center kind of half built, at least in theory. I guess if plopping the foundations down is half the battle, he's got it half built. Might want to cancel this and rebuild it somewhere else. He doesn't exactly have a lot of wood. Salad is basically selling whatever he possibly can for gold so he can buy stone. Expanding more docks, more villagers in the forward position. Yes, we've got Dramans on the way. Let's see them hit that castle. Fantastic. I think the castle's on the high ground, which means it should take a little bit less damage, but that attack bonus against buildings plus 135 is damn bonko. The paladins to the north have been cleaned up, which means the Otter is actually free now to expand this way. The southern portion of his base, not exactly safe for any kind of mining or lumberjacking income. A few cavalry units, both light and heavy, maybe to try to snipe these, but they don't really need to. The Dramans get them. Oh, I didn't see if they did friendly fire. Probably did, the Dramans. Salad sends one random Hussar here, wants to know what is going on. Do you have a presence here? Now he knows that there's a whole bunch of cav archers here. We'll see where he decides to focus his military might. Hussars are raiding, but with murder holes. By the way, maybe, you know what? Maybe that's why I harp on murder holes so much when I cast random map games, you know? Because I grew up on Deathmatch, where everyone kind of just had murder holes. Didn't see the monk. Did he see the monk? He sees the tip. Maybe not. The monk escapes to nowhere, basically. And now the Otter is kind of trapped. But trapped is a good thing when you've got a bunch of paladins and additional cav archers heading your way. One cav archer for one cav archer. I would not want to go up against Magyar cav archers, but numbers wise, let's see, 23 Hunnic cav archers, 23 Magyar cav archers. Okay. So the Magyar cav archers have better upgrades, more range and attack. So I'm not expecting these Hunnic cav archers to last very long. What are you? You are just a random cav archers, both players with a bunch of idle villagers. But it looks like Salad is taking a bit of a break from his aggression. He's clearing up the shore here. Is he preparing some kind of amphibious landings? Otter just sold 2,000 wood for gold. Why did he do that? He's training trebuchets. Okay. I was looking, I saw Magyar Hussars and I'm thinking, you know, they did change them to cost 45 or 35 gold. But with Deathmatch, you kind of already have the upgrade that makes them basically cost no gold. And so why the hell did he sell 2,000 wood? But 7 trebuchets. He's going to go for range here as the castle picks off a few of these hussars as the... Oh man, with all tech's research, it is always fun to see units not being able to dodge fire. Where the hell do you think you're going? I think that was an attack round there. I think that was a missed attack round opportunity. Oh, he finally does get it with the Drawman. The Otter on the aggressive to the north. He's bringing more Magyar Hussars. Perhaps might want to path them through his town center here. But the majority of the map is blue, belongs to our blue player. In come the Halberdiers. They've got an interesting attack bonus against ships. Let's take a look at what it actually is. Plus 17. Okay, the Otter is finally marshaling his forces nice, safe, and sound here. But our Hun is using every second that the Otter isn't attacking to just encroach onto Yellow's territory. How many resources does the Otter have left? I tried to click the gold. Of course, I clicked the castles. There's 5,000 gold still left in here. He is supply capped both players at 200 population space. Now the Trebs move forward. Paladins here to the south. Where is the army for the Otter? It's kind of here. Okay, so he's fishing to the back of his base. His opponent not really fishing to the back of his. Not exactly a lot of food here. Perch. I don't think I've ever seen perch. I used to fish for perch with my grandfather. I don't think I've ever seen perch in Age of Empires. Oh no. Oh no, more Magyar Hussars. Luckily for him, there's no Drawmans here. Whoa, we've got some torch-bearing Tarkans heading straight for the Magyars. Of course, they've got 8 pierce armor, so they can definitely take on some of these cav archers. How many is he going for? Only 12 at the moment, but Otter's only got 13 cav archers. And now he's got definitely a lot fewer, 11. To the south, he continues to hold on his Treb, trying to get to the Treb of the Hun. 16 range to the Siege Engineer, 17 range. But again, he's pathing his units. He's pathing his units through these ships, and okay. Looks like a bunch of Magyar Hussars ran to their deaths here. 67 army supply, 61 army supply. Both players identical army counts, identical villager population. Otter finally does manage to get that annoying Treb. Our Hun, by the way, doesn't have a single Treb left. Look at the Otter posturing. These guys are dancing while their fellow compatriots are dying here. Get your asses into the battle, fellas. And in they move, the Magyar Hussar with a good amount of pierce armor, 6. And now they're just on stand their ground defense. What the hell is this? I guess they're just fodder to help these cav archers. Oh, the pathing again. They go through this time a bunch of paladins and ships. But the south is secure. The Otter is starting to push back. Some of these trebs, some of these stables are going to fall, but the gold here has almost been mined out. And now he discovers, does Salad, this fishing community to the back of the Otter's base. So he's going to know, hey, the Otter's getting a bit of food here. I need to start attacking into that. Otter does lose his trebuchet here. It was undefended. I'm surprised it took this long to die. Another castle falls. Otter just not able to put a dent into Salad's infrastructure here. Of course, Of course, right as I say that, the Salad's castle falls. But look at the mini-map. The players have divided this land equally, the sea equally. Our Hun might want to just delete a few of these ships. At this point, what the hell do you need galleons for? Might need some more, you got a few, okay, you've got a few demo ships. The Dramans should reach a bit of infrastructure here, but at this point, land army is what you really want. Otter's Cav archers clearing up some space. These Trebs beginning to whack away at the castle. Otter making some good progress here. Another castle falls, but he is being raided. Luckily, for Otter, the Hussars are entering in these alleys, and the Halberdiers are going to have their way with them. Oh, man. That is a terrible, terrible way to path your units. That was very risky. Very, very risky. The Otter could have walled those Hussars in terribly. The castle would have had a fun, amazing time, as would the Halberdiers taking these units out. Otter not training any more Halberdiers, going instead for the Magyar Hussars, who appear to be on patrol command. Go help your friends out. But not that many paladins left. 4 becomes 3, 3 becomes 2, and now they're gonna get swarmed by the Hussars. And now the third castle falls for our Hun. Our Hun's base is exposed. Why is the Otter not raiding? A bunch of Hussars here to the back would absolutely help cripple your opponent. So he is clearing infrastructure. Not as many stables as he once was, but now archery ranges. The production tab very much in favor of our Hun player here. He's got 89 Halberdiers queued up. He's got like 150 units in the queue. Otter's got 15, literally 10 times fewer units, but he doesn't really need them. His units are staying alive quite well. 23 units, 44 kills. You guys know I always say 2-to-1 at least ratio for any archer unit is a good ratio. But here we go. Oh no. Landfall has been made. The beach has been taken as our Hun pushes into our Magyar and says, this is my base now. Nice town, I'll take it. Magyar Hussars trying their darndest to stop this, but the Otter is banking a good amount of gold. Why isn't he spending it? He bought 500 stone, which means he is placing a castle. So the Otter focusing here on the north. We are going to see a base trade, it looks like. Not very common in Age of Empires, a base trade to the north. We've got Otter pushing in his villagers. No! You stupid Treb, why the hell did you have to park your ass right there? Okay, he's gonna want to move the Cav archers forward so these villagers don't get sniped. They do outrange his opponent, which is amazing. Magyar Cav archers with that 8 range. Oh, these ships trying desperately at this point. Again, delete them. You don't need them at all. You've made landfall to the center of your opponent's base. You've got your land army engaging into you to the north. What the hell do you need 8 galleons for? 9 he's training 2 more. He's going up to 11. That's 11 army supply on the land that is completely not being used as he gathers his force here. I mean, look at this. Is this really a viable use for these units just dancing around in the shallow water? Okay, where the hell did this galleon come from, and where is the dock that he used to build him? Because these are 2 Magyar docks. What the hell happened to the Hunnic dock? That's hilarious. And here we go. The Otter is finally raiding to the back of the Hunnic base. He is down 25 total population. And he is now training fast fire ships. Out of where? Are you kidding me? He's going up 15 fire ships here? Oh, I hope he realizes what he's doing and cancels these. I don't think you need 15 fire ships here. Oh, we'll keep an eye on that. That might have just been a misclick. Oh, Halberdiers. No one's attacking anyone. Everyone's a friend all of a sudden. Never mind. They turn around with the Hussars. Holy shit. Did they kill those Halberdiers super quick? Now, against Siege, remember that attack bonus +8 is going to come in very useful against these Rams and their -3 melee armor. Trebs taking down yet another castle, or trying to, as a few of them do fall. Oh, the Draman is absolutely wrecking these cav archers that have strayed a little bit too close. I mean, what the hell do you need all these fire ships for? Okay, all right, well, you've secured the water to the north, I guess. Where are your hussars? Where is your army at home? What do you have to deal with halberdiers and siege rams? Nothing. Magyar hussars can't engage into halberdiers. Cav archers can't engage into siege rams. He doesn't have enough of both to really make an issue out of anything at the moment. And the attack to the north is stalled, so our Hun is held to the north. And now he's clearing up the last. I mean, this is just redonkulous. Our Magyar base, even though he's at 200 population, is starting to fall bit by bit. These siege rams just absolutely taking no prisoners. Both players with unnecessary naval, in my opinion. I mean, you guys know what I think about this. You guys know what I think about this. Right now, they're just on patrol command. You don't need them. You're both supply capped. Make room for actual army. Hussars raiding for a little bit. Hussars raiding, halberdiers raiding. But what the hell do you do against this massive jutting Hunnic infrastructure push as he gathers more and more units? Now, look, the saving grace here for the Otter, who, I mean, he's ahead in score, but it's hard to say he's ahead right now. He's got 30 army count to 84. The saving grace for him is that a lot of this is halberdier, and there's a bunch of ships here. Now, the hussars are going to be annoying to deal with, especially for the cav archers, because, again, 6 pierce armor, even against a unit that does 12 damage, is not great. And the Otter has got 77, 78 villagers on food, so he needs to produce. I mean, look how quickly the siege units fall. This is a bigger siege bonus than the Mangudai, who I think are 4 or 5. So if the Otter can hold on here and at least get a few of these Trebs starting to bust down. But the castle falls to the north. He is now spamming his own hussars, realizing that, hey, Magyar hussars are great, but I can't really train that many when I've only got 1, 2 castles to the north. So plops down a whole bunch of stables, uses his 66 now villagers on food. "24 kills for 26 cav archers. They are fresh recruits, so we're not going to judge them too harshly at the moment. We'll see in 5 or 10 minutes if they're alive how many kills they've gotten, but they are playing defense at the moment. Halberdiers raiding while cav archers sit at home. Okay, so the world's upside down. Instead of raiding with cav archers, he's raiding with halberdiers. Instead of protecting back home with halberdiers against hussars, he's protecting with town centers and nothing else. 1 Treb remains here for the Otter, whose villagers are now starting to get shelled from the shore. More and more hussars raiding the south. I mean, it's hard to say what these players should do. They're both building pretty efficient armies. We've entered the trash war phase of the game, which is a little surprising given how much of the map blue controls and how much gold. I want to take a look at the total amount of gold at the end. We can see in the bottom of our screen that Otter is actually behind 17,000 resources, and our Hun, by the way, has gathered 7 relics and is sitting on a 5,000 gold surplus over his opponent. But his opponent's back, actually raiding with a raiding unit, these cav archers with their extra range, not halberdiers. And what the hell are you guys doing? Salad's army just kind of hanging out while his villagers pay the price for their laziness. Otter wants a siege workshop of his own back here. I mean, the siege push was pretty cocky when you're facing off against the unit that has an extra bonus against siege, but oh no, now the cav archers are here. This area is completely undefended. Luckily, the castle is on the high ground, and in come the villagers. Will they get a Treb? They do get one. Will they get a second? No, not paying attention. The Draman takes a guess at as to where those villagers are going next. Oh my god, the Draman killed his own trebuchets. Oh, the joys of friendly fire. We're 50 minutes into the game. The scores are about 10% difference in scores. I still don't know who's winning this game. They're both sitting at about 165 to 180 population. Not exactly a massive difference. The Hussars are going to find this Treb. It is going to melt with their bonus in play. Oh, perfect opportunity for Otter to snipe this. Why did these Cav archers retreat? They left the Treb undefended. No, turn around, turn around. Get the Treb. No, he goes for the Cav archers, and because of that, he pays the price. Okay, Otter's doing a fantastic job. We'll take a look at villager kills at the end of the game. Both players spamming units. 65 army supply for our Magyar, 85 for our Hun, who is continuing to go up to 106 halberdiers. No more Cav archers being trained. One monk. Okay, how many? Oh, 2 conversions in the middle of all this. Not conversions, not exactly something you see in deathmatch, given how quick the pace of the game is and how big the armies in play are. Oh, wow. Looks like these villagers defended, but the Otter's out of stone. The Otter is out of stone. The Otter is out of gold, so he can't even buy stone. He had to sell food. He sold 1,000 wood. Okay, so now he's got extra gold. What is he going to do with that gold? He's training Hussars, which cost no gold. These camels continue to just watch everything. More and more raiding. I mean, this is going to be a disaster for Blue. He's going to lose so many villagers. The question is, does he care? He's continuing to push out into the Otter's base, but not making any headway. Fantastic raiding. Let's see how many kills. 11, 12 villager kills already, and they've just begun. I mean, I guess raiding with halberdiers makes kind of sense if your opponent's going to defend with Magyar Hussars. I don't know. It's strange to raid with halberdiers. Not exactly any attack bonuses, speed bonuses, or anything like that. Just plain Jane halberdiers. Oh man, how tanky these cavalry units are against Cav archers, and more siege moving forward. Did the Otter delete these, or did he actually lose them in a fight? Probably just deleted them. He's had that area securely under his control for a while, but now his base, I mean, look at the infrastructure. Little by little it's being cleared up. That being said, Salad's base to the north has been entirely cleared up. Villager count, Salad's actually down 30 villagers, as the Otter now suffers the wrath of the Hussar together with the halberdier. Looks like he's been cleaned up here to the south of Salad's base. 138 supply to 180. He needs to get the numbers up. He's got 60 villagers on food. He's got all these fishing ships laying traps. I mean, if you got 4,000 wood, might want to build a few more docks at this time, no? Easier said than done for a caster sitting on my big fat butt watching this game after it's been played with no stress whatsoever. Oh, just do this, just do that, just attack here, just do that. It's always easier to be an armchair general than actually lead the charge like this Leroy Jenkins paladin, who pays the price but allows the halberdiers to close. They don't get a single kill though. The Otter's being cleared up here. A lot of halberdiers. Tinkle, tinkle they go as they get more infrastructure. A mass movement of villagers. Where are they going? So they're seeding a lot more farms. Oh, how many kills on this Hussar? He's been here so long. 9 villager kills for this one Hussar. 10. Oh, mama. No kills yet for you. 4 kills for you. I mean, this is just starting to add up here. The kills for both players, but the Otter's army 39 is about a third of his opponent, just under a third. I should say just over a third. My bad. Now it's almost half. You guys know math is not exactly my strong suit when put on the spot, but let's see what our Magyar can make happen. All of a sudden, the 150 units that he had in his production tab are no longer there. He is literally training 3 units right now because he's got no wood. He's barely got any food. Now, right as I say that, he spends it all on halberdiers and Hussars. He has no food, no gold, and not even enough stone that if he bought 100 stone, he could build a castle. The Otter, on the other hand, 62 villagers on food, has a lot of wood. Not that he can really sell right now. Even if he sold, what, 500 at a time? That's not even 100 gold. Cav archers have encroached all the way to the forward position, the starting position. And now it looks like, it kind of looks like our Magyar is being squeezed into the top right side of our screen. Direction's also not something I'm very strong with. Left and right, up and down. Are we building up for one big final battle here? Otter's got his army count up to about 2/3 of his opponent. Now his opponent's got a lot of halberdiers out of what? 86 army supply, 38. So basically half the army is halberdiers. Oh, you go into the castle, run away, run away. Oh, a few of them get stuck here. The halberdiers are going to shred them to pieces. But the Magyar Hussars have closed on the Trebs. Both of them go down. All the halberdiers are dead. Otter's got an opportunity here. A very, very short, very brief window of action where he can actually take on a bit of this army. To the north, he's been left alone. Blue built a bunch of infrastructure. Now Otter continuing to raid. He is pumping out as many Magyar Hussars as possible, but only training 5 units at a time. Both players struggling with their economies at the moment. Both players at exactly 113 villager slash civilian slash economic population. And let's see how this battle shapes up here for Otter. He's got the defensive advantage. Not only can he reinforce much quicker, he's got a big fat castle here that already has 80 kills. I love deathmatch. A castle with 80 kills as the Otter tries to raid, but this time there's some defensive hussars already in place. Tinkle, tinkle go the halberdiers as they try to get something accomplished here, but the Otter is starting to fall apart. If these docks fall, all of a sudden a big source of his food, 20% of his food eco is going to go down the shitter. Salad taking a bit of a breather to attack a house that's not really super duper necessary. Does give the Otter a chance to come back with a bunch of cav archers. Magyar Hussars soaking up so much damage. Okay, they've got to go after these rams. Look at the relic gold difference. 8,000 more gold here for our Hun. Who now pivots north yet again. I think he realizes, you know what, there's a reason I'm not making any headway here to the east, because you keep showing up with a bunch of army. How are you affording all of this? And now he's starting to go after the economy of the Otter. And the Otter's villager count is plummeting. It's already down 30 from a minute ago when I said it was 113. It is now sub 80. But he's pushing back here to the center. Villager count, very important. Army count, equally important. In they move. Galleons still doing nothing here. The Otter's been pushed away. Not exactly a lot of space for him left to expand. Maybe to the back here, a bunch of room for farms that have been left idle and fallow, I guess. He is taking a fight underneath a castle now. Defender's advantage going to Salad. Always funny to see a defender's advantage in the opposing player's base. A defending opposing advantage. Okay, a bunch of idle fishing ships here. I don't think they're gathering food, are they? No, they're just idle. Otter is securing himself to the north, to the south. He still has a bunch of units, but now our Hun is back to training 60 plus at a time. I'm gonna say it for the last time. Delete these freaking galleons already. Keep the Dramans. The Dramans with their 12 range, pretty fun, but delete those freaking galleons. And now the spam begins. Otter might be able to go back to farming here. Not exactly a big threat. Not that he knows. Let's see his vision. Yeah, so he actually can see quite a lot, though. Okay. I guess deciding that he doesn't really want to take those farms. 51 army count to 85, 79. So he just took way too much economic damage, even though take a look at the kill count. He is about 240, actually exactly 240 kills ahead of his opponent. Look at that difference in relic gold. 9,000 extra relic gold going to our Hun, whose kill count is pretty bonkers. The Otters is even more bonkers. And look at the number of villagers killed. 100 more villagers killed by our Hun. 526 halberdiers, 418 Magyar hussars. And Salad takes it 2-0. An elimination game in an elimination set coming right up for the Otter, who tried his darndest. He tried his best. He did have the superior cav archer, I think the superior hussar, but that Hunnic push with the Dramans just quickly took control of the water. Even though the Otter was first to the water, those demo ships were just not able to get the hits that I think he wanted. There were a few good hits, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they got the necessary damage that he wanted. So the Otter falls behind 2-0. Let's see how he does in game number 3. All right, game number 3 finds us in the desert with a few winged hussars and what looks like a tent. Okay, hyper random for the win. Let's see the rush distance between these two players. Otter starting as the Turks in yellow. This is going to make getting your settlement up very hard. Not one, but 2 winged hussars. So we got the Hindustanis taking on the Turks. Now they're an imperial, which means their villagers are nice and cheap. Not that expenses really matter that much when you start with 20,000 food. But it looks like Otter is going to lose his first villager. No, maybe not. No, maybe yes. Looks like on the other side of the map, he has managed to kill 1 villager. So far hasn't lost, but is starting to lose. Imperial camels. This is do or die here for my fellow co-host. I should say fellow host instead of fellow co. I feel like fellow co-host is a bit of a superfluous. Say fellow and then co-host, but our Turk going heavy on the camels versus Imperial. Let's see what the Imperial camel rider bonus is against other camels. 9. So it is the same bonus, camel versus camel. The only problem for Otter is that his opponent comes with 20 more HP. And that's basically, I think, the only difference, right? Our Imperial camels are swarming across. Does this tent give you population space? That's 605 HP, not the strongest structure in the world. But I don't know that Otter necessarily wants to go heavy on the camels right now. Is he going cav archers? He's going cav archers. They might help provide a bit of support. Camels notoriously shite pierce armor, base of 0. I mean, melee armor too, but in this case, pierce armor. More important. Camels are dying. The camel sound. What is the word for what a camel sound? I mean, horses neigh, donkeys bray. What does a camel do? What is that ee-ah sound that a camel makes? No, wait a second. Ee-ah is a donkey sound. Never mind. Otter here holding strong. I mean, defender's advantage. He's fighting in these little alleyways. Soon he'll be able to get Janissaries out. Might want to mix in some Janissaries. Yeah, we'll see what he decides to go. Unfortunately for him, as the Turks, not exactly the strongest infantry in the game, not exactly the best trash spearman line units in the game. But the castles will help. He's got to get his villager count up, though. He does have 1 more villager than his opponent, who surprisingly only has 5 villagers. I made a big stink about how the Hindustani here should do quite well villager-wise, but he is falling behind our Turk. Castles up, Janissaries being trained, should be able to punch a hole through some of these camel riders. Another castle to the north, another castle planned for the back. The second one, ooh, just starting. Might want to wall this villager in. Might Otter. But it looks like the aggression is over here. Blue absconding to the south, absconding to the east. Or is this just a feigned withdraw? Does he just want to get Otter off his game? Players keeping a pace militarily, but villager count, our Hindustani is starting to grow ahead of our opponent, his opponent rather. 2 forward castles, a second town center already up for him. So he is going to start pumping out villagers much quicker than Otter. Otter, though, look at that, double the army count of his opponent. And now the Janissaries with the cool new gunpowder animation, chemtrails, has held his ground. The quick rush attempt by our Hindustani has failed. And now the Otter is pushing out with literally triple the army count of his opponent. Oh no, bye-bye cav archers. You do not want to get caught out by some camels. Let's take a look at the map while the Otter begins expanding. A short rush distance, fairly flat rush distance. Good amount of choke points to the south, but the main area is completely open. How are the resources looking? What's your gold pile? Each gold pile, 1,400 gold. What about the stone? 309. So double the gold, half the stone. Tells us we do not want to see too many castles, I guess. What about the stone in the back? 348. Okay, so a normal pile of stone there to the back. Well, actually, wait a second. No, 309 isn't half the stone pile. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Just so excited to see this matchup of camels. Cav archers on both sides supporting. Where are the Janissaries? He's got 11 of them. Why don't I see their bullets being fired? Oh, they're here to the south, trying to deal with a very fun flank attack, and they absolutely wreck those camels. Now, Hindustani camels do attack much faster than normal. 1.7 second delay compared to the usual, what is it, 2 on a camel? Yeah, all the counter units generally attack slower. Gulams are out, but they are not going to last very long, even with their attack bonus against archers of 6, even though they can pierce multiple units and damage multiple units at once. Against a unit like the Janissaries, good luck. That Janissary is going to punch a hole through you like a paper, like a hole punch through paper. Only 70 HP on these guys. They die immediately. But look, with the chemtrails, we can see the absolute terrible accuracy of gunpowder units in action. Vulture sees everything, happy that there is carnage abounding here. Otter is pushing out with those Sipahi augmented cav archers, 100 HP. Our Hindustani with his cav archers only at 80. Otter moves out now with more and more army supply, but Salad's caught up. Now the problem for him is he's caught up as Otter is now sieging the forward position of his base. You're going the wrong way, Mr. Siege Ram. Mr. Siege Ram. Give me a dream. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, I'm gonna stop singing. Okay, Gulam doing a bit of damage before finally ultimately dying. And our Hindustani is now pushing back with some elite skirmishers. But look at all the arrows added with a castle. The stronger the unit, the more arrows. Oh my god, with the hussars. They just absolutely melt. Oh, gotta be careful. Camels, not the greatest as taking down siege weapons, siege units. But when they attack faster and have a good amount of HP, meaning they can take a fight underneath a castle. Where are you going with this town center? You found yourself a pile of stone. Okay, more than average. Another ram falls. Another ram falls. Otter's position is being overwhelmed here. Our Hindustani all of a sudden takes the army count lead. Villager count basically similar. Oh no. Oh no, loses a bombard cannon for nothing. And where are these blue camels going? They're searching for expansion, searching for suburbs to see whether or not Otter has expanded. I like what blue is doing here. He's finding resource patches. I mean, 400 now is terrible, but whatever. It's still 2,400 gold. I love that Salad is exploring the map. This is the part of deathmatch where I always talk about it being one of the complexities of death matches. Sure, you can build an army. Sure, you can fight head to head. Sure, you can blow 55,000 resources as Otter has. Take a look at his resources. He's literally blown 54,000 resources in 15.5 minutes. Sure, you can do that, but without the economy to back it up, that's going to probably be a good GG, especially if your opponent is like Salad. I mean, look at this. He's expanding this game. Otter keeping pace. Although I take a look at the villager lead now, it has gone up significantly. He's down 30 villagers, but his economy is starting to get up and running. How many town centers for Otter? 10 town centers. How many for Blue? I'm going to zoom out significantly. 10 town centers for Blue as well, whose villagers are now nice and discounted. As I mentioned, first bombard cannon coming out for him. None left for our Turk, who is running low on all the resources this castle has to hold. Luckily, it is on the high ground. Down goes the villager as these Imperial camels find another villager. Man, do they remedy my concerns with camels, which is that they suck. They suck at killing anything that's not a cavalry unit. And in they move again to go after these hussars. They're going to get a good amount of them. But it is giving an opportunity for these cav archers. Otter's discovered this expansion to the south. Unfortunately, discovering it costs him 2 cav archers. More villagers being massacred. Otter, garrison, set your waypoint inside the town center. Hindustani Treb dies. Villager and a skirmisher go down to big old fiery Treb balls. As does perhaps, no, not yet, a siege workshop. Otter is held. His castle's still up. He still has 43 cav archers with only 44 kills, so not the most effective use so far. Although I suspect a bunch of them are new, fresh recruits. Got a bit of a scuffle here to the north of his base as well. He's going to get raided again. What is he doing about this base here to the south? Not much. How many berries? Okay, only 191 food in each patch. So a little bit more than usual, but in come those Turkish siege rams yet again. The Gulams are going to attack. I don't think they have any kind of attack bonus against siege. Although I could, of course, be wrong. I have been wrong before. I mean, don't tell my wife, but yeah, there we go. Nothing. Archer building, Eagle Warrior, of course. Siege Workshop has fallen. More Gulams streaming in. Otter is expanding and attacking straight into the middle. He is going direct line of sight. Look at the mini-map. Blue's base is opening up like a big Pac-Man mouth to just capture everything that Otter is throwing at him. Otter is not keeping an eye on the north here. He doesn't know that there's a castle here. He's going to find out there's a castle. Oh my god, another castle here. Okay. What are you, by the way? We got Alfred the Alpaca. Oh my god, look at his attack. 120 attack on Alfred the Alpaca, who has a pretty damn cool Flavor Flav crown. Who else remembers the dating show where women competed to be Flavor Flav's choice? It was like The Bachelor, but with Flavor Flav, which was just absolutely redonkulous. Seeing women fight over this guy who, I mean, I can't really speak to why he's as popular as he is, but man, it was funny to watch. Oh, he managed to stop the castle going up here, but he has not discovered the one over here, has seen this one. This castle is still up. So Otter has entrenched himself in the center here. His cav archers are now taking on a siege elephant. Probably not what they want to be doing. He's got to get more hussars, either that or camels. He's got 1,200 gold now. He's got a lot more gold, and he bought wood with it, so he is going full on cav archers right now. I wonder if he's gonna raid the back of these bases with that extra HP. These are very fantastic raiding units, and they are now powerful enough to absolutely wreck the Gulams to the south. We've got the Hindustani army engaging into a castle. He is not paying attention to Salad, so he's going to lose a bunch of units here. This castle still has 2,000 HP, which means this whole army is probably going to die before this castle falls. At least the expensive units. Otter doing a fantastic job targeting the cav archers and not the skirmishers. At the same time, he overruns this position. The problem with cav archers, you're not really going to destroy buildings or trebuchets with them. I mean, look at how little damage you do to this unit with its only 150 pierce armor. Only 150. Here we go. Cav archers are moving out. We'll keep an eye on them. So far, they've got 2 economic kills. And now the stream is moving forward. Where, oh, where are these villagers going? He's got 1,300 stone. I think we know where they're going. More and more kills for this band. Although they parked themselves underneath a town center. I think I saw him go up to 16 kills before the one of them died with 4 kills, 4 notches on his belt. Have either players seen each other? Otter has seen Salad. Salad has seen Otter. Neither player really paying too much attention down south. I mean, up north. Down south is the real story here. These Trebs are moving forward. And they start their bombardment of the castle. Cav archer count has been reduced to 30. 27 of them do have 44 kills, so the efficiency is getting up there. More villagers die to big old treb balls. Salad is losing a lot of trebuchets, and his castle looks like it's about to fall. How much stone does he have? 1,600 stone, so he can repair it, but not with 3 villagers, not against 2 trebuchets. Against 2 trebuchets, you want, what, 6, 7, 8 villagers repairing your castle, especially if it's on the same level and not taking less bonus damage. Now the Otter's turn to not pay attention as he loses a Cav Archer, loses a second one of the Hussar, but does he care? He's moving out. Janissaries to the north, firing their bullets at whatever they possibly can. The Gulam is here trying to take on Hussars. Remember, Turkish Hussars do come with extra pierce armor, which makes them fun raiding units and also means they can take fights underneath town centers much more effectively. Might want to move these guys forward to support your army. Not that the Treb is in any risk of dying. Look at how long it takes for this Treb to die. Oh, he's absolutely wrecking this Hindustani army. 45 kills for 27 units is a pretty damn good ratio. What are you building now? More archery ranges, more stables. Imperial camels all of a sudden make a resurgence. Resurgence. Yeah. I know words. Many fine words. I have many, well, what's the line from Anchorman? I have many leather-bound books in my library and whatnot. What is attacking you? A big fat trebuchet opting for the castle instead of the town center. Otter needs to get his food count up. He needs to get his food villagers up. He's gone 130 villagers. Only 40 on food. If he could start building Hussars right now and start pointing them straight at the economy of the Hindustani, he has a chance. By the way, the same goes for our Hindustani. But his position to the south is being cleared up. Finally brings enough villagers to help repair this castle from 2 big fat trebuchets. And let's see who wins here. Let's see what happens. How long the bombardment. Oh, okay, the bombardment's about to end. Right as I say that, Otter escapes, absconds with his Cav Archers. Where are they going? They're going north? Did you see these Gulams that are... Oh my god, the actual unit itself has a crown. What the hell? I thought it was only the image. Okay, so the Alpaca King, Alfred, is wearing a nice crown, and now it's the Otter's base that's being raided, but this castle should help this town center. Not a lot of space here for blue to continue raiding, so we'll see how well those castles defend, how many villagers he ultimately ends up losing. Right now, the villager kill count, incredibly similar, if not identical. Another castle, more bombard cannons out of our Hindustani. Gulams try to poke and prod at this town center. Ooh, monastery. 4 relics to none for our Hindustani. There's a relic in the center here. There's a relic to the back. So there are still relics out on the map. Otter's resources are dwindling. Salad's resources also dwindling, but he's got wood and stone. Not a combo of resources we see very that are very effective to construct anything. Units, maybe another castle if he wants, but he's busy repairing. What is he repairing? This castle? No, this castle's under attack. Oh yeah, definitely gonna fall with 2 bombards, 2 trebs. What is he repairing? What is it? Why is his stone disappearing? Not this castle. Not this castle. It was this castle here, which ultimately ends up falling to the trebuchets. And now Otter. Like I said, he's planted himself firmly in the center of this map. And blue, like I said, Pac-Man has opened his big mouth. And let's see if Pac-Man eats the vegetable and can kill Otter, or if Otter will kill Pac-Man. I forget what they eat, those pellets or whatever, that turn the enemy units into ghosts. Anyway, I think I've taken the Pac-Man reference way beyond. Oh my god, they're farming his opponent's farms. Oh, Age of Empires, you never ever cease to amaze. And yeah, I think I've taken the Pac-Man analogy a little bit too far, but now the Turk with those extra range bombard cannons are here. Alfred is running away. How many Alfreds are there? This is like those conspiracy theorists who think that world leaders have clones. Oh no, it's not really Vladimir Putin. That's not really Joe Biden. It's a clone. Well, in this case, Alfred the Alpaca has a clone, and there's a lot of them out on the map. Hussars, again, Turkish Hussars just purpose-built for raiding with that 7 pierce armor. And now it looks like Otter is raiding to the back as well. 9 kills, 8 of them economic civilian for him, but he's got to get the hell out of here. These Hussars, if they can close, will do a good amount of damage, and then you are trading gold units for shit units. Hussars still trying to take down this town center, which actually has survived the castle, surprisingly. And by the way, Otter's castle has survived as well. Blue is just not finding any kind of entry point into Yellow's base. To the south, he's being stopped. To the north, he's being stopped and has lost infrastructure. And in the center, he's pushing back. But it's going to take a while for him to push back. There's a castle here. He doesn't have very many big bomby units, just 2 of them. Oh my god, these guys are still here. How many kills? 36 economic kills! Are you freaking kidding me? Wow, Otter just getting so much work done with these freaking Turkish Hussars for the win. Holy moly, 44 kills. One of them dies. Wow. I mean, those must be, if Otter wins this game and we get to see a game 4, those guys must be the MVP of this game. 40 villager kills. Treb derping out, doing a little dance, making a little love, getting down tonight for these cav archers to snipe it. Oh. Okay. I wonder if you games with code that's not this old experience this many issues. If new strategy games, like, is there a Total War game, the new Pharaoh Total War, which I heard is terrible, also experience this kind of these kinds of glitches? Otter has held again to the south, and now he is back to raiding. Villagers are dying. I mean, look at the economy for Blue. He's down to sub 120 of his villagers are idle. Basically 20 something percent of his economy is not working. And more Turkish units are streaming across the map. Unfortunately for Otter, they're streaming across a whole bunch of castles here. Castles filled with Hussars. So no extra arrows added. But now the south is exposed, and this time Otter's cav archers are not leaving. So Salad has to make a decision here. Where does he go? What does he do? Does he try to defend at home? Does he say F it and just go full-on offensive? Army counts are not high. 56 for our Hindustani, 66 for our Turk. But he is 50 population ahead of his opponent. Salad is struggling. He's training 8 units at a time only. Otter also training only 8 units at a time, but he's already got his population cap at 200. Although, as I say that, he falls below, and now all of a sudden the army counts are quite similar. But a good amount of raiding, this time with cav archers. 4 kills, 3 of them economic. The villager joins in and says, I've had enough. I've absolutely had enough. I have been calling 911 for the last 3 hours, and no one's been coming. I'm just going to take matters into my own hands. More Hussars. More Hussars everywhere. The map has all of a sudden gone deathly quiet. 5 trebuchets, 2 bombards versus 1 trebuchet is unpacking on the high ground here. I should say packing. Otter is creating a bit of a death ball, but in comes the Hindustani death ball. He's going straight for the bombards. He is going to get both of them very, very quickly, and a 3rd treb as well. Or rather, a 3rd unit, the 1st treb. But look at this. Ghost town all of a sudden. Ooh, Otter might want to back up here. Might want to go into the safety of the castle firing zone. Although the Janissaries, how many kills? Only 9 kills. That's a little disappointing. Battle to the north as villagers again succumb to this Turkish onslaught. 16 villagers so far. We're going to take a look at a villager kill count at the end of the game. I really want to see who came out on top. I'm trying to avoid the bottom right of the screen as much as possible so I don't spoil that for myself. We're 47 minutes into the game. Otter leads by about 15% score margin. These guys, looks like they got a Hussar? Yeah, 6 kills in total. The issue is for both players, no one really has, except for these 3 Trebs, no one really has an army that can destroy structures here, right? Camels, Hussars, and Cav Archers are not going to destroy buildings. It's going to take them an hour just to get rid of this mill. On the other hand, Cav Archers, Camels, Hussars, Ghulams. I mean, the Ghulams could potentially be okay against buildings. We saw they come with a +4 building attack bonus. As do, by the way, Hindustani Camels, right? Another fun thing about them, +2 attack bonus against buildings. So the Hindustani in a little bit of a better situation, even though he's down about what, 15% in score? I don't know that that's necessarily indicative. Otter here now has a lower army count, but does have more villagers. This time they are not wasting their population space on galleons and fire ships. This is all pure land-based army as they engage into one another yet again. It looks like Otter's aggression to the north has been cleared up. Blue is not doing any raiding. He is gathering his army. He wants to go brute force through the center. Treb unpacking. What are you attacking? A stable? The other Treb? Let's see. Oh, he's going for the other Treb. First ball misses because, of course, trebuchet problems, am I right? Second ball misses as well. Third ball misses. I can do this all day. Captain America style. Now the Hindustani is raiding to the south. Now the Hindustani is back to raiding here in the center. But this is a bit of a defunct town center. Not really anything being produced or trained or whatever out of there. Look at this wall off that Otter has created for himself. What are you training out of here? Absolutely nothing. One siege ram does try to make a difference. Salad's got 2,000 gold. Otter's got 1,000. Otter's got enough stone for 2 more castles. His resources are starting to outpace the Hindustani, who loses a center castle. That must sting. He only has 1 villager on stone. He's going up to 42, a massive 42 stone. And Otter is back to raiding his castle. Going to be under attack for a hot second until 1, 2, and 3. And bye-bye go the trebuchet. I love using these siege rams here in the front as distractions. You can mess around with your opponents targeting, all the more power to you. Skirmishers on the high ground should do pretty damn good against these Cav Archers, but again, 100 HP Cav Archer against a 35 HP Skirmisher, especially one that's being attacked by Hussars. All of a sudden, it doesn't look so good to me. And Cannoneers being thrown into the mix. How many Skirmishers? Only 10. Yeah, blue is significantly, seriously outnumbered. Look at this, the army count now. 70 Turkish army to 22 Hindustani. Otter has an opportunity here. He's got triple the army count of his opponent. He's got 4 trebuchets in the forward position. He is not falling for these raids that are just continuing unabated. Why are you going back? Just give a little bit of support, a little love into your siege rams. And now he's moving forward with keeps. Villagers try to move in. This is a move of desperation out of Salad. Forward castle being placed by our Turk, who is now really making an issue of it. Now he's raiding to the north, and now Salad is going to be in a world of trouble because you do not have the army count to sustain both defending raids and defending the main push. He's got to pick one and hope that he picks right. It's literally a 50-50 choice right now. Flip of a coin. 9 kills for this Hussar. 10 kills. Otter's Hussars are just being so annoying, and they're just not dying. And these Cav Archers are standing, fighting, and dying. Cav Archer is taking down a very important mining camp. And this is what I was talking about. There's nothing here that can really destroy infrastructure now that he's added siege rams. Of course, that changes it, but Cav Archers are not going to take down structures. What they will do is kill a whole bunch of camels here. Salad has stabilized, so he opted to defend here, realizing that Otter can't really push in too quickly. Trebuchets need to unpack. They need to move. Rams are not super quick. There's nothing inside of them to make them move faster. So I think he picked right. And he said, I'm just going to defend here. So he stabilizes. He's got more villagers than Otter. And Otter's still here in the center, not really making too much progress. His towers have been stymied. He's got one villager. Might want to send him to complete this tower. He's taking the gold. There is only 30 left here. But these Rams are doing fantastic work here. For our Turk. He's got 11 of them. It looks like the castle here does end up falling to the Rams. He does not save it with any kind of Gulam, any Hussars, because these Hussars are already here and defending. Come on. Come on. As if clicking on it makes them do anything. Oh, Otter's back here to the north. Attacking a farm. Okay. Bold move. How many kills on them? 5 kills on these guys. Otter in firm control of the game at the moment. 50 supply ahead of his opponent. And now he's starting to crack through. But 47 army supply. It's just... again, it's not great. And now there's towers here nullifying the south. This is fantastic, by the way. Static offense. So that you don't have to deal with anything here. Just send 2 Rams. Build your towers. It's on autopilot. Another structure falls. The Hussars are here getting rid of the last villager to the north, and she'll fall. And down she goes. All of a sudden, 45 army supply doesn't seem like a lot, and it is not. An Otter takes his first game of the series. Hello. Let's see at what the hell was going on around the map. Like we saw to the south, these towers zoning anything out. Any kills on them, by the way? Only 2. And allowing the Rams to move unimpeded to the center. He's pushed, but not a crazy push. Where did his Trebs go? Why the hell did he send his Trebs all the way back home? Okay, he was pushing so well here. But this is what when I say you know, Salad made the right move by defending the villagers here, as opposed to just letting them die and focusing on the army to the center. Because again, look how little headway the Otter. I'm confusing my animals. The Otter made here, even though he defended himself, he made a good amount of headway, but there's still so much infrastructure left here for our Hindustani. So a great move defending, and he defends yet again, but I think he just realizes, look, I'm down 50 army count. What can I really do? There's really not much that I can do at the moment. 324 Hussars, 445 Hussars. Again, the better Hussar here with the extra Pierce armor. 154 APM, 98 APM. Let's take a look at the economies. Okay, so not a huge difference. About, what do we want to say, 5%? Relic gold. Look at that. Salad again, just absolutely gobbling up all the relics. More wood for Otter and everything else. I mean, look at this. What is this? 2,300. 3.5 castles worth of stone for our Hindustani. A little bit more gold, a little bit more food, a little bit less wood. So the main difference there being in stone. Okay, a fantastic game out of Otter, keeping these Cav Archers alive. 108 kills for 52 is pretty damn good. That's more than a 2-to-1 ratio. He just absolutely gutted the economy all the time. Oh, by the way, let's look at that. 358 villager kills to 167. 400, literally 400 more kills than his opponent. And is it a surprise that he ends the game with, oh my goodness, 30 to 40% better score than his opponent, who ultimately can only really make trash units? And now that the game is over, we can see his resources can't really make too many of those either. So game number 3 goes to Otter. Let's see how he does in game number 4. Will he even up the series, or will SaladEsc hit the escape button on Otter's dreams of winning the fastest chaos deathmatch tournament? Let's find out. Okay, game number 4. Is that an Arambai? Okay. Everyone starting with an Elite Arambai, which is going, my prediction, not going to snipe a single villager with that absolute dog shit accuracy, base accuracy of 30%. But the more important story, mirror town centers, one close to stone, one close to gold. Oh, this is not a lot of gold at all. Yikes. 2,000 gold. Ooh, looks like Salad spawning a little bit further away from the stone. Let's take a look at our players. I said Otter. No, Otter's up here. Otter in his yellow as the Tatars. Let's see if there's any high ground for him. Oh my goodness, there's this. What is this, a nubbin? Literally like a tiny little nipple of high ground over here. Yikes. This map is not very Tatar friendly. And SaladEsc as the Britons, who is housed at the moment, immediately pumping out halberdiers, immediately pumping out arbalests, knowing that the Tatars are going to probably go for steppe lancers. Who's kidding who? Steppe lancers and cav archers with the extra armor should do quite well against the Britons. 7 pierce armor. But our Britons had a bit of time here. Look at this. Both players just absolutely expanding to the 9s, both at 15 villagers. Was I right that I don't think the Arambais got any kills. Looks like Otter did get 2 kills. Maybe his Arambai did get a kill. I would be shocked to find out. Although, Otter, if you are watching this as I am premiering it, or after the fact, let us know. Did your Arambai actually kill any villagers? Because you do have 2 villager kills. I can't imagine a world where an Arambai with that kind of terrible accuracy manages to snipe a villager. Otter moving out with a castle in the middle of the road over here. Army supplies fairly similar, but the steppe lancers, I mean, they're gonna take down these halberdiers so quickly. These are not enough halberdiers. Steppe lancers so freaking good. Now, one-on-one, obviously, but the problem is these guys stack behind one another, and then they can attack the same halberdier 3 ways from Sunday. And look at Yellow's expansion to the south, to the north. Otter expanding to the south. Not really to the north. Oh, right as I say that, 2 town centers start flanking this gold. Not a lot of gold on this map, which might actually inure to the benefit of our Briton, whose army is not quite as expensive, and he does not need as many villagers. Absolutely love to see the Britons. Oh my god, did Otter lose the castle, or did he cancel the castle? Oh, I am missing everything. Rambling on about nonsense. 17 kills for these steppe lancers. Oh, a body of hussars to the south, steppe lancers to the north. Otter's about to get absolutely slammed. Or Salad is about to get slammed. Otter is going to abuse the lack of mobility of the Britons. No, oh no, maybe not. Why is Otter attacking houses? Why is he just waiting? Go in there, kill, kill, kill. Longbows using their range to attack a siege ram. Terrible, terrible. 1 ram does fall. 4 castles should be enough to take care of even a siege ram. But now the hussars have moved in. Now the steppe lancers. Okay, he's attacking his market. He does not want Otter balancing his economy. Just fancy schmancy Age of Empires talk for selling shit, buying shit. This is a big old train of siege rams. Why is our Tatar keeping such a distance? I mean, these Trebs are 19 range. You don't need 19 range. You need to stay 19 tiles behind with your cav archers. Get in there, kill some Britons. Okay, in he comes. Oh my god, we've got a cav archer on the nipple. Oh no, actually, no, he's not. Get the high ground for come on, get the high ground. Oh, the longbows are sniping the onagers. Onagers moving forward for our Briton. First shot, not terrible, not great. Second shot, getting a bit more damage done. Third shot, getting a lot more damage done. Yellow bodies are starting to pile up. Looks like Otter has held here with a whole bunch of halberdiers. 25 kills on them. But the siege rams with their 1-touch love tap get these onagers and they go bye-bye. What the hell is that villager doing? What the hell is that villager doing? Were you just there to repair the ram? I mean, look at this. What the hell's Otter doing? He is dancing. He's dancing the night away, and he finally takes the only high ground on the map. Oh, and unfortunately, that is exactly where the onager is firing. But how many Trebs? 15 Trebs with Timorid Siegecraft, 19 range. You thought the Briton longbow with his 12 range was crazy? What the hell do you do against a 19 range Treb? You go on the counter offensive. Is that exactly what Otter does? Fantastic use of his range units. 11 range, 12 range. Should be able to zone out these villagers. Longbows have to move back. All 4 forward castles are down. Our Briton is exposed like a nerve. And all of a sudden, 85 army supply doesn't seem too crazy, especially not when 13 of it is here. 6 of it is here. So 20 of it is at your opponent's base. And Otter is getting attacked here by a whole bunch of towers. Villagers just kind of standing around. Did they want to build? It looks like they wanted to build a barracks. But realizing that there is a town center already up there, what the hell does our Briton do against 15 trebuchets? They're attacking houses. Okay, that's what you do. You hope that your opponent is attacking houses and not your actual military infrastructure. Okay, now they realize their mistake. They correct the error of their ways. Every town center, 2 free sheep. And the herdables contain more food, so 300 food for free with every town center. Now come a few champions. I should say 1 champion. Our Britain's army lead, percentage-wise, still there, but now numbers-wise, he's down to 40 army lead. He does have more villagers. But look at the infrastructure that he's building around the map. He is gobbling up resources. And like I said, the Britons, take a look at the resource count. Salad still has 4,500 gold. That's just the power of the Britons. Oh, and another power is the freaking werewolf trebs. Yes, I know it's called werewolf. I just say werewolf. Oh, they are just absolutely wrecking these trebs. 15 have become 5. Oh my god, that's 4,000 resources that Otter just lost. 4,200 resources. Forward castle down, outpost down. Werewolf for the win, just absolutely wrecking. And this town center should go down pretty damn soon. Deciding to build his barracks a bit behind. Getting a bit of gold. How much gold is in here? Not a lot. How much stone? Not a lot either. So not a lot of resources out on the map. And like I said, that pretty much helps the Briton here. Look at army count. 79 to 20. Otter isn't training a single military unit because he has no food, he has no wood. And now this castle is gonna fall as well. Our Briton says, oh, you know what? I saw you had 15 trebs. I kind of like that idea. He comes forward with 9 of his own. Ooh, they've got to unpack. They're not exactly Japanese Kataparuto trebs. Unpack, unpack, unpack. No, don't run away. Okay, halberdiers do swarm, do get those siege rams. Now the trebs are kind of congregated. A few onager shots, not that he can afford, or maybe even a ram. Maybe even a ram. Okay, 1 treb will definitely go down. Ooh, right as the ram goes down as well. But halberdiers are poking in here. Salad has literally 1 food. He's got, what, a McNugget in his knapsack. And that is all he can use. He's got 4 villagers on food. Now, the Britons, not exactly the most food-intensive civilization. Where's he going? He's absconding to the north of the map here. Oh, what a fortuitous time to move out as 3 hussars make snake their way down there. Wild horses watching everything unfold. But Otter, how do you respond to these trebuchets? Now there's 8. The 8th one slowly rolling forward. 7 pierce armor on these hussars. They notice the villagers. The villagers notice the hussars. Everyone notices everyone. And absconding in the towers, are now starting to push in to the left. It kind of looks like they're going to be pushing into the right as well. He sends a few villagers back. Good timing out of Salad. But the real problem, I mean, now he's doing the same thing Otter was doing, which is attacking houses. There's a castle right here. There's a town center, 2 town centers. There's stables, archery ranges. Why are you attacking houses? These hussars doing a fantastic job attacking an empty town center. Looks like this halberdier should clean up. They notice, they sacrifice one of them, and now they're moving to the back to attack houses again. Step Lancer moves forward. Step Lancer dies. I mean, look at how far away these trebuchets are. That is an insane distance. That is absolutely insane. Castle? Castle? No, he's going after the economic infrastructure is Salad. And look at the Trebs all the way from here bombarding these towers. How do you deal with Timorid Siegecraft? This is just such a bonkers upgrade. What's the point of this? Just to get gold miners? Okay, you're wasting a lot of stone for securing 1,000 gold. Okay, maybe worth it, maybe not. Maybe you should have just built a wall around the stone, to be honest. That would have been much cheaper. Actually, never mind. No, never mind. What do you do against these Trebs? Answer, siege rams. How many? 1. It stops. Otter is stuck at 150 supply. His opponent at 200. Otter's gonna, he's got to pull something out of his sleeve. He's got to pull a rabbit out of his hat here. There's no way that he can withstand this attack. Not against 9 trebuchets. And now he's going to discover, ruh-roh, this gold is lamed as well. Immediately plops down a few siege workshops to probably build a ram or 2. Okay. The Werewolf Trebs are doing a fantastic job. These Tatar Trebs were focusing down the towers, which gave the Werewolf Trebs an ability to just unpack, pack, whatever the hell it is, and move forward. Salad's army supply is 3 times that of his opponent, although... What is it? Not on food. Interesting. I guess he's already queued up 22 halberdiers. He doesn't really need any more food. Longbows, he's going up to almost 100 longbows. Oh, you love to see it. Who doesn't love this unit as it moves forward with its little helmet? A second helmet, or is that maybe a shield? What is that little round thing that they have on their ass? To make sure they don't get shot in the ass or something? Otter is about to make a stand against longbows. He does have the better armor, but unfortunately he does not have the numbers. Now there's towers. Towers everywhere. Are you training a ram out of here? No, you're not. And Salad takes the series 3-1 with these side towers. I love it. Fantastic. Otter doing his best to clear these guys up. Maybe should have focused on these ones instead, so that he could secure the gold and the stone. But look at this. Big baller moves out of these villagers, mining stone even underneath tower fire. And just a super fun series. I mean, anytime you have the Britons, I always fanboy out the Werewolf Trebs. This really was a battle of Trebs. Who's kidding who? 15 Trebs show up on your doorstep. That was just absolutely... 15 Trebs, by the way, with 19 range. Taking on these 100% accurate splash damage Trebs of the Britons that have 17 range. So they can come in, they can pack up the... I would say, what do we want to say? The Tatar Trebs have 2 volleys while that happens? 1 while the Trebs move forward, and then one while they pack up or unpack. I don't know why my brain refuses to learn the correct lingo. While they unpack probably a second volley from the Trebs. So the Tatars do have a 2-shot advantage, but then once the Trebs are unfurled, unpacked, as one would say, the Werewolf Trebs with their 100% accuracy against non-moving units is just absolutely going to take it. But look at the towers to the right, the towers to the left. Salad taking the game. I mean, look at this. 192 kills, villager kills, 30 to 37. And it looks like Otter did kill more army. Again, the Tatars with the stronger army, but the Briton just resilient, standing strong. 154 cav archers, 361 halberdiers. Yikes, economy. Not the longest of games, so about 20, oh man, almost 30% difference in economy here. Our Briton with a huge advantage, again, takes the relics. So he was ahead in everything but food, which 1,100 food and just enough to build those halberdiers. Nothing really. Take a look at the top of our screen. Is anything here other than villagers and halberdiers cost food? No. Anyway, I mean, we saw 300. This is all with his starting resources. That's why he's only got 4 villagers on food. So a good allocation here out of Salad, who takes the game, and unfortunately Otter falls 3-1. Let's move on to the next set. This set was super fun. I'm pretty damn excited for the sets that we're going to watch today. Pretty damn excited. I was going to do a Larry David thing. Pretty damn excited. But in any event, Salad takes the W in the series. GG to both players, and let's see the next set. Okay, game number 1 of set number 2 finds us on a very interesting X-shaped map, although kind of a chubby X over here, more like a bacteria. Looks like everyone started with a bunch of villagers. We've got Slick Rick playing as the Spanish in red, getting ready to take on GoKu, playing as the Burmese in blue. I'm hoping we get to see, there they are, some elephants. And by the way, everyone is starting, what is that symbol on the minimap? A trade workshop. I haven't seen this structure in a million years. Now, is this just an aesthetic building, or is it actually... trying to remember about the trade workshop. There's a lot of these structures and units that are available only in scenario editors, for example, but I think a trade workshop generates like a Fatoria, maybe? No, I'm looking at the resources. It definitely does not generate anything like a Fatoria. Is it similar to a market? Can the players use this to trade resources to balance the old economies? In any event, we'll find out. Everyone has started with a trade workshop for whatever that's worth. Spanish paladins are already making their way south, a bunch of flanking castles. Let's take a look at the map a little bit more carefully. A little bit of wood, not a lot of gold and stone in the immediate vicinity of the town centers. A little bit of gold and stone here in the forward position. How much in each pile? 100 stone, 550. Looks like there's a bunch more off to the side. Okay, a bit more of a lucrative, okay, except for that one. Bit more of a lucrative mining operation here to the edges of the map. We'll see if the players decide to expand quickly over there. Army supplies are identical as Spanish paladins begin taking on Burmese elephants. Look at that pierce armor of 9. Now, usually pierce armor of 9 against the conquistadors, 18 attack. Should do pretty well unless your unit has 320 HP and can take an absolute pounding. It looks like Goku's gonna wipe the floor with these halberdiers. Not only are the elephants enough, but now he's got scorpions to the back. I'm looking at the spawning of the map, by the way. There's a big fat forest here to the left and right of Goku's base. The forests to the left and right of our Spaniards base are a little bit more sparse, lackluster, I want to say. But in any event, if somebody can stretch out an ingot of gold, it is the Spanish as they move forward now. 44 more paladins on the production tab. Might want to just avoid these elephants and go straight for the scorpions, because then all of a sudden your halberdiers can find purchase and close against them. Instead, he is engaging head on. It looks like the elephants, some of them are on the high ground. The sounds of battle raging in our ears as the Spanish army just gets wiped out. Holy moly. It's dead. He's got some elite cannon galleons here off to the side. Oh, the second he builds anything here, those galleons are going to absolutely wreck it. But take a look at resources. Goku, having gone full balls to the wall elephants, is now done with his gold, whereas our Spaniard still has 1,200. But our Burmese has saved his wood. He saved his food. Both players sitting on a good amount of trash resources. We got some Arambai. We saw in the last set everyone started with an Arambai. Oh, look at these guys derping out. Just let your villagers build the castle. Get the hell out of here. And finally, the paladins move in to break up this support. Elephants turn back for a hot second, not knowing whether they should reinforce or continue moving on. And the paladins, those amazing Spanish paladins, are now moving forward. They're going to gut these scorpions as the halberdiers absolutely start wrecking these elephants here to the center of Red's base. Red has expanded quite nicely. Goku opting to build more of a condensed base here. Army supplies identical, villager supplies very close. But here we go. He is starting to clear up these scorpions, which means that his halberdiers are going to be able to wreck the elephants. Unfortunately, he's got one halberdier and one more training. Why is he not excuse me, why is he not training anything? I'm getting way too excited, yelling way too much into the microphone. My voice is getting hoarse. He's taking down a good amount of siege with these paladins. Holy moly, treb after treb after treb are falling, and the elephants, powerful as they are, just cannot catch up to these paladins. Ooh, Hanajar, are you gonna go after the treb? No, you're going after the scorpions. No real need for that with these paladin follow-up. this paladin follow-up rather. Someone's trying to get a castle up here. It looks like our Burmese. But in come their hussars. One random conquistador firing a bullet, getting the kill. But red is holding on. Red is stabilized. Goku's attack is stalling. He's got a 1 more army count, but 9 more villagers. And literally nothing that blue can build here will stand for longer than about a millisecond. Oh man, once the scorpions fall, these elephants are mad exposed AF, as my younger cousins would say. Okay, so a bit of a detente here in the center, but raiding elephants, look at their movement speed, 0.97 tiles per second. That is infantry level speed. Both players out of gold. Both players very, very low on everything else. Looks like our Burmese does have enough stone for 2 castles. Our Spaniard isn't really training anything at the moment. Going for a town center over here. Why over here? Why not next to the stone? Get up some castles. And it's definitely one way to deal with elephants and scorpions, is to get out castles. He's going after the town center as his own castle gets gunned down, and now the elephant will fall. Scorpion's not going to do a good job taking this. Okay, trebuchet down, but of course he packs it and then moves back immediately. Hero Conquistador tries to stem the Burmese tide. He's got 0 kills, finally gets 1, and actually survives for a second before the scorpions move in. Oh no, the Halbs are lining up perfectly for these scorpions to get a shot off. He's got 2 paladins. I mean, 2 paladins can do a good amount of damage. Over here, there's just a bunch of scorpions at the moment. Is Slick Rick giving up too much position? What is he training? Okay, he's going to siege rams. Unfortunately, he's releasing them 2 or 1 at a time. 41 army count to 23. Goku is down villagers, but the more pressing issue here is this big fat elephant army backed up by these scorpions that is here in front of our Spaniard's base. Our Spaniard needed to go a lot more heavy on the paladins, in my opinion. Just try to kill these supporting units, and once the supporting units are dead, then you can deal with the elephants, because again, the elephants versus halberdier is not a fair fight to start with, and then you add in the scorpion backup and it's not a fair fight at all. Paladins move in, take a whole bunch of damage, lure the elephants to their death. The halberdiers knock one chunky boy down. Now the Arambi are moving in here as well. Any attack bonus against buildings? No, 0. There's enough of them now to cause trouble for, you know what? This whole army is just designed not to take any damage from infantry, basically. I'm not even sure conquistadors are the right way to go right now. You've got to just go paladin. You've just got to brute force 180 HP your way through this army. Look at this, Trebs kissing each other here. When's the last time we saw Treb on Treb? Look at their adorable circles overlapping. They are holding hands as they fight each other's armies. And they will, oh, not die. One of them dies. The other one dies. We've got the Romeo and Juliet trebuchets falling in the midst of war. Even then, there we find a peaceful moment of love and tenderness as they hold hands. This Treb, though, on his own is going to absolutely die. He's packed it right within the ambit of the castle as well. Now our Spaniard has been knocked off his primary stone, but he's got the more lucrative gold, rather, off to the side. What an interesting wall-off over here. What the hell was this about? Not too sure. Now all of a sudden our Spanish looks a little desperate. 17 army count, 10 of which is floating in the dock, doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. He's literally got 9 army count to 51. But blue is taking a good amount of time destroying this infrastructure, which is giving red a few seconds here. I mean, I don't think this is very good for red. The situation is absolutely terrible. He's down to 7 actual army supply. Ram, you need to go this way. Okay, he does go that way. Okay, at least get the scorpion. No, he's moving away. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, you cannot fight 30 Arambi with one paladin. This is now a absolutely very troublesome clump of Arambi that Slick Rick has to find a way to deal with, but I don't know if he can. He's got the gold, he's got nothing else though. Both players running very low on resources. I mean, look at this. He needs wood, I guess. What the hell is the point of this trade workshop? Oh my god, I still don't know what the hell the point of that trade workshop is. Welcome to Hyper Random. There's a lot of hussars raiding these cannon galleons. I mean, good for our Spaniard for going out on the water. Would have loved to see a few fishing ships, maybe to help support his food eco. His food absolutely terrible, but yeah. A bit too many engages into the forward elephant / scorpion position. I think he had an opportunity, a very brief opportunity, to get rid of the scorpions that were in the rear position. And by the way, he did do a fantastic job with those paladins when he went scorpion, scorpion, treb. Unfortunately for him, by that point, Goku was already here. Goku's army very chunky. I mean, 320 HP on these elephants. He's got 3 left, despite a massive tide of overwhelming elephant proportions in the beginning. 215 halbs, 98 elephants. I can't imagine the economies are too dissimilar. Yeah, about 10-15% difference in economy. Doesn't look like anyone took what looks to be the only relic on the map. No, there's another one down here, and then another one on the island. I'm gonna zoom out. I want to see how many relics are on this map. Only those 3 relics. Very interesting. I think this map spawn, perhaps, I'm not saying it contributed to the win. I'm not saying it contributed to Red's loss, but I think the map spawn perhaps a tiny bit unfair here for Slick Rick. Again, with these big fat forests to the side protecting Goku, but a bit thinner forests for him. And now we see that Goku has a relic in the back of his base, whereas Slick Rick does not. In any event, I believe the rules of the tournament are you've got the first 2 minutes to request a replay, and we're 21 minutes in, so it looks like neither player really requested a replay. 4,700 food. These are good tuna patches. Damn, it's a lot of protein. Salmon and tuna, healthy protein. Although the tuna might be full of mercury. Who knows? Who knows whether it's fresh or farmed tuna or salmon. In any event, nonsense aside, Goku takes the first game handily with his Burmese army that just could not be stopped. Our Spaniard threw about as much as he could at it, but still was not enough. Let's move on to game number 2. Game number 2 finds us on yet another bizarro map with, I mean, let me know in the comments what you think this looks like. We've got a market for everybody. Oh, interesting that it now shows the costs, the price of things. Are there neutral markets in this map? He asks while the players begin building their bases. So essentially one avenue of attack here, and Red is already blocking it off. Let's see why. Oh, because he's the Incas. Now somebody made a very, very good point. Actually, let me get to the civs first. Is Blue really trying to build a castle here? What the hell is that? That's hilarious. In any event, we've got Slick Rick this time as the Incas taking on the Franks. Oh, the paladins are going the absolute wrong way, by the way. Goku has he, I mean, again, this map, all deathmatch maps are played on explored, so I don't know why he's sending his paladins this way. Interesting choice by our blue Frank. But somebody in the comments, when I talked about how the Inca is not exactly my favorite, I don't think they're the strongest in deathmatch, made a good point about their starting position, where their houses need rather give 10 population space, and their villagers are harder to raid because of those blacksmith upgrades. Take a look at that armor on a villager: 4 melee, 6 pierce. That being said, and I fully agree with that. That being said, I don't know that the Incas are that great beyond that. By the way, everyone started with a yurt. A fun word to say. Where is his yurt? I don't see no red yurt. There it is, right underneath my very nose. Because you have to wonder. Sure, you do have the food discount on your military, and sure, the Kameyuks are just an absolute amazing counter to cavalry units, but you need castles for Kameyuks. And in deathmatch, if you're opening halberdiers, sure, you might hold off one wave, but they're not a game-winning unit, not in the beginning, especially not against Frankish paladins, and especially not when you've got champions thrown into the mix. And are there any slingers? There are not any slingers, which means these champions are going to absolutely have the time of their life, even though they are getting surrounded. Again, not that our Inca cares too deeply. Take a look at his resources. He still has 8,300 gold to the 24 of his opponent. Both players expanding significantly backwards. Let's see, 304, 242 gold, 600 gold. Ugh. A lot of nasty numbers that we're seeing here. But yeah, I stand by it. Good point about the Incas with their opening. Fantastic civilization for their opening, but after that, I mean, in my opinion, the least favorite Eagle Warrior. I prefer the Mayan first with the extra HP. I then prefer the Aztec with the +4 attack. The one with +1/2 armor, I don't know, seems a bit lackluster to me. And if it was 2/3, maybe. But in come the Kameyuks. They'll see how well they handle. They are attacking from behind with their big old pokey sticks. But here's the thing with the Frankish Paladin. That 192 HP is just way too bonkers. And now Frank swarms over the infantry of the Inca. Both players at around 20 villagers. Both players around 60 to 80 to 90 army supply. And here come the throwing axemen. I mean, at this point, you got to double down on Kameyuks, right? Kameyuks and slingers. I don't even know that you need halberdiers at this point. Did he build any archery ranges, by the way? No. Very simple answer, no. Ooh, Trebs get gunned down. How many Incan Trebs? 7 of them. Oh, no, but they're completely undefended here. They're completely undefended. Forget the Paladin. The freaking throwing axemen are going to chew through these like a freaking Joe Bazooka. 7 become 4. 4 become 3, become 2. Oh my god, 2 become 1, and 1 has to tuck his tail between his legs and get the hell out of here. I am become death, says GoKu, as he powers through this massive Incan army. At least it was massive for a little while. Kameyuks doing their absolute best. Let's take a look at their attack bonus against cavalry. It's good, but I don't think it's that good. I mean, yeah, 12 is not terrible. But against this, 192 HP, I don't know, 12 attack. So they do 7 plus 12 damage. They do 19 damage. They need 20, rather 10. 11, actually, yeah, because the 2 HP will be left. They need 11 attacks to kill 1 paladin. Whereas the paladin with 18 attack against 5, so 13 damage, literally needs, what, 7? And I believe it attacks faster, the Paladin, right? It should be 1.8 to 2. Let's see if I'm right. I hope you, everyone... Oh, 1.9, my bad. So that's why I said, like, the Incas, I love them in random map, but in deathmatch, I just can't see them being very strong. Right, like the poster said, I do agree. Harder to raid. Love that you can focus more on your military buildings. But then beyond that, I mean, the Paladin's just not dying. I mean, this might be a special circumstance where he's going up against... What the hell is this? Where he's going up against Frankish Paladins. But holy shit. The throwing axemen just wrecked this army. 53 kills. I'm not too sure why he's running away. Probably more from the Trebs than the actual Kameyuks. Our Frankish economy has spread all over the map. Slick Rick has been confined. This time it kind of seems like his... Actually, no, for the second time it kind of seems like this map is a little unfair, no? It seemed a little unfair in the beginning. Now it seems kind of a lot of unfair. GoKu has a lot of space to expand. Backwards, Slick Rick does not. Oh, no. Does manage to get 2 Trebs, though. A 3rd Treb will fall. A 4th Treb, potentially. So he is catching out the heavy hitting units here. All 4 Trebs die. No more siege. All of a sudden, these Eagles don't seem like a real bad alternative, and he's still... Look at his resources. Maybe, you know what? That's the saving grace of the Incas. Is just they're like the Britons. Their units aren't super duper expensive. But Eagles, I mean, 10 pierce armor on an Eagle means it's fantastic at raiding, but, you know, on a one-on-one fight... We'll see how well they do. These Kameyuks need to be so careful. 24 kills for 59 is not great. But I come back to my point here. Look at this base. Look how constricted red is. Now he's finally pushing out, which means he can start constructing things here on this part of the map. But in the meantime, GoKu has just been able to expand backwards. I mean, look at this. He's taken over the entirety of the map. Have to be careful, these onagers. Ooh, the eagles move forward. One onager dead. We'll see if the second one... Their melee armor not great. You throwing axemen, are they a unit that comes with an attack bonus against the eagles? Of course, +2 attack bonus. So 12 damage. Ay, plus another bonus. Okay, I feel like he's hurting his own units here. Oh, God. Oh, God. He just hurt his own units. Outpost keeping an eye. Might want to build one here. But Slick Rick is pushing out. He has held. Maybe I'm completely mistaken about the Incas. I mean, like I said, this is a very specific matchup where you have a very, very proto-cavalry civilization, even with the throwing axemen, against the quintessential counter-civilization. And so far, the counter-civilization's going up to 90 Kameyuks. Might want to add a few eagles here and start raiding the shit out of the economy of the opponent. 120 villagers to 102, but look at the Incan army. It is massive. Ooh, he's going to get another Treb. GoKu is being very fast and loose with his Trebs. Why are you attacking? And oh, okay. Maybe I'm the idiot. Look, I'll always be the first to admit if I'm being an idiot, but I still think the Incas just a bit lackluster on deathmatch. Like I said, I absolutely love them in random map. I think they're just oh, this is so brutal. They're such a powerful civilization. Loses an onager, loses a second onager, but now red is all of a sudden out of gas here in the front, even though he still has double the army supply of his opponent. This one onager with 2 HP is going to town. Will it get one volley off? Yes, it does. It goes after the throwing axeman, though. Maybe if he starts adding in a whole bunch of eagles. He's got 34 eagles. They should be able to run around and get a good amount of damage done. Decent attack rounds out of GoKu. Fantastic attack round there. Oh, a third one absolutely demolishes. A fourth and a fifth one get... Oh, my God. This red army is just not surviving at all. And now we're back to... Excuse me, I had a hic... I don't know why I'm hiccuping all of a sudden. Now we're back to paladins. Where are you going? Where the hell are they going? Onagers versus onagers. Everyone is falling. 94 army count, though. Slick Rick proving me absolutely wrong. A whole chain of castles here. Does that mean we're going to get to see endless throwing axemen, or is this just defensive? Remember, we're an Imperial, which means that these guys are 25% cheaper now. No more need to worry about the castle age discount being only 15, and now the Eagles are going to start to raid, which is exactly what they do, which is where that extra Pierce armor comes in very handy. 10 Pierce armor means that they are basically Huskarls, and damn, Slick Rick proves me absolutely wrong. Saying, hey, I know you're not a big fan of the Incas in deathmatch. Let me show you what they can do. But like I said, a bit of a purpose-built engagement or matchup here with the Incas taking on the cavalry civilization. Throwing axemen, I mean, let's see what they do. 12 damage minus 4, so 8 damage plus 2, 10 damage. So they need 6 shots to kill an eagle, which is not terrible. Not terrible at all, but again, the map just seems very weird to me that Slick Rick spawned in this kind of nook, this corner, and GoKu had all of this area available to him risk-free to expand, but it is what it is. And Slick Rick gets his first win of the set using those Incas that I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm going to stop saying that. You know what? I guess it all depends on the matchup. But, oh, looks like a bunch of throwing axemen tried to get these trebuchets, but ultimately did pay the price. Even with bearded axe, they're still at only a 4 range, rather a 5 range now that they're elite. And look at the Kameyuks just absolutely making their way straight to the castle, holding these long-ass hoplite-like spears. And with those spears, they absolutely wrecked the cavalry. 149 throwing axemen, 228 Kameyuks. Let's look at the kill count. Yeah, big surprise that the villager kills are not that great because there's no access to either player's economy here. I mean, there's a few halberd. Where the hell did you come from? These halberdiers. But more kills for our Frank. Interesting. 500. This is 170 more kills, and yet he still lost the game. I guess he did have the more powerful unit, but the cheaper units, the Incas discount on food is just absolutely amazing. And now in Imperial, you get the full discount on everything that you're producing that costs food, and he just pushes out 10 trebs, 200 population. Slick Rick takes game number 2. Let's move on to number 3. Okay, speaking of civilizations that have fun starts and easier starts, we've got the Slavs, whose military buildings actually give them population space. We'll see once this structure completes. That 10 population space will jump to 15. Looks like everyone, yet again, it's starting in a tent. And we've already seen, oh, fortified palisade. I thought these were seawalls. 10 becomes 15, the top of our screen. Slick Rick has the Slavs taking on GoKu yet again, this time as the Teutons in what looks like arena meets fortress meets, I don't know what, a Gabedo already attacking here. Did everyone start with one? Yes, everyone did start with one. So they are both attacking the palisade gates. Okay, the gate has less HP than the fortified wall. And let's see the paladin take this guy out. And down she goes. Okay, so let's see what the players are going for. 2 good siege civilizations. One with cheaper siege, one with siege with melee armor. And by the way, speaking of similarities between the civilizations, we've got the absolute OG badass unit, the Teutonic Knight, taking on his cousin on a horse, the Boyar. So a lot of possibilities. And let's not forget infantry with trample damage of 0.5 tiles, cheaper castles versus castles. I mean, look at the blue circle. Look at these freaking crenellation castles with 13 range. Let's look at the rush distance, see if what we can discern about this map here. So overall medium rush distance, a lot of forests. Not that I expect forests to be an issue once those siege units start coming out. Berries, 325. Okay, so a good amount of food on those berries. What are you? We've got monkeys again. Smoke monkeys. Oh. Look at, ooh, that was a very fierce growl. Look at these monkeys, 99 attack, 99 armor, and they move at 0.99. And here comes the Teutonic Knight's cousin, the Boyar, on the horse with his massive amount of armor. 11 melee armor is going to make it very difficult for these units. Although halberdiers with their 32 attack bonus will do just fine. He's going after the scorpions. Slick Rick has learned his lesson from game number 1. Oh, Boyar against champions, though, that's going to be a different story. I mean, these Boyars are just going to take these guys to Pound Town. Oh, yeah, they're done. And now the Paladin is going to die as well. Now, the good thing about the Teutonic Paladin also comes with extra melee armor at this point, +3. No, what am I thinking of? No, sorry, +2. Starts in Castle Age, the extra melee on the barracks and stable units of the Teutons, which is why you see +5 instead of +3 here. Both players expanding very rapidly to the south, to the north, to the west. Nobody wants to interfere with Smoke Monkey. Why is it called Smoke Monkey? Oh my god, I love this game. The more bonkers the version, the better it is. How much gold is in these patches? Not a lot at all. 600, 700, 664, 217. This is a lot of Boyars. Where are my boys? Where are the Teutonic Knights? Here we go. He says, you know what? LOL. Nice 11 melee armor. I'm going to take it up a notch with 13. And I'm going to attack on a 21. You only attack on an 18. Teutonic Knights are going to absolutely wreck everything here except these siege onagers if they can get their shots off right. For now, he's doing more damage to his own army, although does manage to get a few halberdiers here. Okay. Any Teuton siege? Yes. 15 siege onagers are making their way forward. These Teutonic Knights catch a bunch of halberdiers who melt. in the wake of those Teutonic Knights. Paladins, not the fastest. The Teutons do not have husbandry. So both players kind of backstabbing each other. 7 pierce armor means that this town center is probably going to go down to 3 boyars. Ooh, but these trebs are clumped. 1 volley, 2 volley. Ooh, now you target the one to the north. Okay, targets the one to the south. Now he targets the one to the north, but pays the price. All these, Red killing more of his own units. Oh my god, he kills them again. So it really is going to become the battle of the high ground. A few Teutonic Knights surround the boyars. And this is just a battle of longevity here. Whose armor will outlast the others? Because the boyars with 150 HP, I believe. Yeah. To the 100 of the Teutonic Knight. Okay, good. Good attack rounds there out of Slick Rick. But his castles are under siege. 13 range is a fine thing to have, except against the Trebuchet with 17 range. But in move. Okay, I thought the Teutonic Knights. Oh my god, there's a lot of Teutonic Knights. Oh my god, is he going to see the onagers? Is he going to see the onagers here? Yeah, he sees them. Oh, even with that, what other unit in the game can take such a pounding and still stay standing here? One onager will fall, the second will fall, and now that has cleared the path to the Teutonic onagers, whose attack rounds are much shittier than their Slavic opponents. Ooh, are you gonna get a... Okay, doesn't get the convert, and the unit dies, and the monk dies. And now the boyars are engaging into castles. Even with their armor against 2 castles, they're not gonna last a very long time. Oh my god, he killed his own units. 8 kills, 7 friendly. I mean, that's about as shitty as you could possibly be. Uh-oh. GoKu not paying too much attention to some of these Teutonic Knights. How many is he up to now? 43 Teutonic Knights. His attack rounds are going to have to be very, very good. Okay, we're going to get to see a little bit of mutually assured destruction. The Teutonic Knights now move. Now I guess they move the same speed as a Persian war elephant now, right? 0.88 tiles per second. Paladins taking on boyars. These paladins do not stand a chance. They're gonna absolutely melt, especially when they're outnumbered 13-5. Good luck with that battle, Mr. Paladin. More absolute terrible attack rounds. Okay, this one I think by sheer luck is gonna hit the boyars, and he's killing more of his own units. 10 kills, 3 of them friendly fire. That is a 30% friendly fire kill rate. But the players have kind of backed off. Let's take a look at their economies as GoKu hits the peak 200 population. Trebs get caught out. I'm hearing a lot of monkey growls. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the microphone, but man, oh man, this reminds me of the movie Congo, based on the Michael Crichton book, which is one of my favorite Michael Crichton books. I was really, you know, when I was actually talking about this with my cousin, who is in her early 20s. I think she's 23. I'm going to sound like an absolute terrible family member, not knowing exactly. I think she's 23. She was telling me about some rapper who died, and I was like, I don't know who that person is, but I can empathize, because when 2 of my favorite authors passed away, I was really not happy. First Michael Crichton and then Terry Pratchett, and man, oh man, I was not happy. So I was like, you know, your artists pass away, you feel sad. My artists pass away, I feel sad. Everyone feeling sad, as should be. You know, sadness is always good in a family reunion. Anyway, all of that's to say, endless boyars, endless Teutonic Knights. I am here for it. Looks like Red overstepped his boundaries there for a little hot second, and more Teutonic Knights with halberdiers should be able to get rid of these boyars. And we got a bit of a treb off here. The boyars say, F this, we're going straight for the trebs. The players have carved this map out basically 50-50 at the moment. Okay, the siege onagers focusing on the trebs while the halberdiers close on the siege onagers. They do get a few trebs, but all of them do fall except a reinforcer here who, isn't saved by the castle because it falls right as the halberdiers cross that red line. Where are you going? That is a juicy area for you to take a nice big onager shot to the face. And both players yet again back off. Slick Rick needs to get his population up. He's got the villager count. He doesn't have the military count. Let's see how these boyars do, though. He is throwing away a lot of boyars to try to kill these Teutonic Knights. A real shame. Such a powerful unit now. Unfortunately, the Slavs don't have hand cannoneers, so it's not really exactly something he can build to counter the Teutonic Knight. I think he's just got to keep going siege. He's got to rely on that slow speed. Otherwise, this is just going to keep happening. He's going to get surrounded in small clumps. Look at his army count, 14 to 97. This is just absolutely crazy. Now the Teutonic Knights are going to start taking down structures, any attack bonuses against buildings. 6 attack bonus all on top of a 21 attack. Red has secured his borders quite well. Who's kidding who? Look at this row of castles cutting the map in half. Our Teutons has done a good job to the north. To the south, a little lackluster, but the Teutons don't really need as many castles with that crenellations upgrade. Although if you are pumping out Teutonic Knights, the more the merrier. Okay, finally the numbers work out to the favor of our Slav, who's just going to run around. And this is exactly what you need to do. You need to abuse the slow movement speed of the Teutonic Knight. Hit and run. Get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there. There you go. Hit and run, baby. You're not exactly a Coustelier, but you should act like one. Teutonic Knight is moving in, but the castle is enough to destroy him. Random fortified wall here, probably from when the villager was constructing. They're going to take a whole bunch of damage. Now, the army supply of our Teuton, 40 of it. So basically half his army is halberdiers. Halberdiers and Teutonic Knights make up 90% of his army, which means that these siege onagers could potentially be lethal. You're going to need better attack rounds than that, though. Okay, I actually think the castle got the kill. They're not the actual onager. Oh no, this is exactly what you don't want to happen, because now you have to make a, you have to do one of them sacrifice moves. Oh, that's fantastic. You know, where you, your leg gets wedged between two rocks and you're gonna die, so you have to cut your leg off. This is what you have to do. You have to use one onager to attack the other to get rid of those Teutonic Knights. But the boyars are back. Then they are chasing these trebs. These trebs are unpacked, right? No, they're packed. Oh my god, when the hell will I learn the difference between packed and unpacked? It is pissing me off to no end. Oh god, oh god, oh god, he's taking so much HP off his own units here. This is just prime for 2 juicy attack rounds, and the onagers know it. They're moving forward. They want to get here. They want to get here. One falls, a second falls before he can get a shot off. Teutonic Knights FTW, let's go. These guys are just kind of hanging out here, making their presence known. I mean, this is just a baller move. I don't even need to attack you. I'm just going to stand here and look all angry and aggressive. Boyar's doing a good job pulling these guys in towards the castle fire. Man, their economies. Let's actually take a look at their economies, because our Slav has a pretty fantastic economy. 22 on gold, 40 to 47 on trash. No real stone needed at the moment. I think he's got his enough stone here with detonets to build a bunch of castles. Boyars continuing to get sacrificed to kill very few trebuchets. But our Teutonic army, I was going to say, is down in terms of numbers. But then I looked in the top left and I see that our Slav has no... He's got no army. Where the hell's his army? Okay, one of these guys will fall. Will the second actually? I think the second one will fall too. Remember, the trample damage was the reason why those two, I was going to say spearmen in the back died. Wow, Druzhina for the win here. Our Slav basically using everything at his disposal. He's got trash resources. At this point, what do? Do you just build halberdiers and hope that your trample damage does a little bit of damage to these Teutonic Knights? while your castle... I mean, what the hell was that? That was a terrible attack round. While your castle and onager do the rest. Let's see if he manages to get these guys. Don't pull them forward. Don't pull them forward with your boyar. Oh, no, he does exactly that. Oh, that was primed for a juicy attack round. Looks like our Teuton will get the onager. His Treb on the high ground does survive with more than 50% of its HP. And now we've got Paladins again. It's 7 on the menu, going up to 10. Please, somebody attack one of these monkeys. I want to see what the hell they do with their 99 attack and 99 armor. I want to see a whole bunch of Teutonic Knights engaging into these monkeys. Just to see exactly how badass they are. And despite all the aggression, despite all the pressure, the map is still kind of carved up 50-50. How are the resources looking for our Slav, by the way? 198 gold left. Does he have any gold left here? There's a bunch of cornerstone. I'm trying to see if there's any gold. Otherwise, we're going to devolve into a very big trash war unless the Teuton just absolutely sweeps. But for now, with the map 50-50... Oh, exposed Trebs. 3 of his 8 are going to fall. But unfortunately, this castle falls as well. But luckily, again, he got the Franks last time. Now he's getting the... Or no, GoKu got the Franks last time. Now we're seeing the other Civ with the castle feature. And more Teutonic Knights are streaming forward. I mean, this is a dream come true. Oh, by the way, thinking of castle features, I didn't realize last game the Franks Incas, they both have castle features. One costs 15% less stone, and one has his stone replaced with wood. Oh no, what the hell am I talking about? That's the I'm confusing games. I'm so confused. Boyars continuing their rampage, trying to get as many Trebs as possible. We'll get this one too, and then he's got to pivot immediately. This is where shift right click helps you out. He's going for the healthier one first. It will fall, maybe. No, he's going after the halberdiers. Why is he going after the halberdiers? No, what a missed opportunity to get the last 2 Teutonic Trebs. As these, oh my goodness, he's going up, he's up to 41 now. GoKu sold 1,000 food for only a meager 170 gold, which he is not using to do anything. Let's see what these Teutonic Knights can do again. Despite the fact that we have seen some pretty bad battles for our Slav, he is at 200 population, 54 army supply, but only 6 onagers. I mean, this is the weak here, the weak link here. And again, he gets his own units. What is he doing? These guys need to be as hale as possible when they're taking on Teutonic Knights. Instead, they're going to take on Teutonic Knights. Take a look at it, down 300 HP. Okay, down a bit more now that he killed one of his own units. Yikes. 3 kills, 1 friendly. And now, oh, this is what I wanted to see. Let's see how much HP is taken down of these Teutonic Knights with trample damage. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I didn't even get to look at the bottom. They just, halberdier just melted. Holy moly. Okay. An onager here is enough to shoo this away, but he's within the ambit of the castle. Remember, 13 range on these Teutonic castles means the 9 range onager has to be very, very careful. Now, GoKu, for some reason, is focusing all of his military might in the south. He's got to go. He's got to do multiple multi-pronged attacks here. I mean, we know that his opponent's at 30 army supply, now 38. More castles are falling, but there is a Treb here fighting back. Villagers are repairing the Treb, though. I'm looking at the bottom right here. Relic gold for both players. Basically identical. Both of them gotten 4 relics. Teutonic Knights swarm. Unfortunately for them, they are sandwiched between not 1, 2, but 3 castles. So they are not going to stand for a very long time, but they do manage to get the onager. That's his 4th onager there. He's got 3 left, and now they are focusing down the Treb. One last Treb. Where are you? Oh, you are here behind this mill. I don't know if he missed it or just didn't see it, but that was a very very expensive win there for our Teuton. Could prove to be quite Pyrrhic. He lost all of his Teutonic Knights. That was absolutely, I should say all. There's this one who survives with 2 kills, but that, and now he dies. But that was absolutely atrocious. Here we go. Castles to the right. He is marshaling forces to the north of the map. When will he attack? What will he do? There are 3 onagers here. More infantry on the menu for our Slav. Don't mind that at all. With their farming now being, what, 15% faster? Man, can they produce food like nobody's business. Here we go. Boyars are moving out. Okay, they do get the Treb. And abscond. Fantastic. No, forget that. Go to the Treb, go to the Treb, go to the Treb. No, instead he gets surrounded and swarmed by the Teutonic Knights. I wonder if our Slav just needs to start producing. I mean, he's at 200 population, so he can't really produce anything. I wonder, number one, if he's gone too heavy on the villager count. Oh, no. Oh, no. And number two, I wonder if he should just start producing Hussars and just spamming them all over the place. Like I said, you cannot engage with Teutonic Knights. They're just way too slow, although only 2 Teutonic Knights left? Okay. So now our Slav finds himself dealing with not light cavalry, not Hussars, but scouts. This is the best the Teutons get. But with 5 melee armor and a 9 attack, they're not terrible. They're not terrible at all, to be honest. They're pretty bad. Don't get me wrong. They're pretty bad, but they're not terrible. And somehow, how the hell did our Slav hold with 7 army supply at one point? Oh my god. And now he's pushing out against these castles. Teutonic Knight count is back up to the 25s, but they're not here. I think our Slav needs to make Hussars, and he needs to start poking and prodding all over the place. Now, the Teutonic town centers do garrison 25 compared to the usual 15, so raiding is a little bit harder. But if you can stop him gathering resources, if you can keep his units inside those town centers, then mission accomplished, just as well as killing those units. Because then you can absolutely overwhelm. And now these halberdiers are going to kill the Teutonic halberdiers. But man, the knights, the Teutonic knights. I wish we knew how many kills the Teutonic Knights had in this game in total. Both players are supply capped. It looks like the castle here did end up falling. What a crazy game so far. I mean, our Slav is holding on for dear life at this point. 58 army supply to 88. And he just keeps losing boyar after boyar. 55 army supply out of 70 is the slowest moving army supply there is. And yet our Slav is refusing to build Hussars. He's refusing to build light cavalry of any kind. Treb gets surrounded, poked to death, even with the villager repairing it. The villager dies. It does go down, and now our Teuton can't really engage into this. Not with 3 castles. But engage he tries, and does, and dies. Halb on halb violence. Both players have 0 villagers on gold. No neutral markets, I don't think, anywhere on this map. Which means, unless they begin selling things, we are going to be in for quite the trash war, which I think ultimately does favor the Slav. Hussars, trample damage halberdiers. Look how powerful this Teutonic Knight is. Oh my god, he's surrounded and he's still standing with 2 HP. 4 HP rather. I was wondering why his HP went up from 2 to 3, but no, that's a kill count. And now he's going to get another one with this halberdier here. My goodness, the longevity of this unit. Boyards catch another Treb. These are not resources that these players can afford to lose. Yeah, 1 Scorpion for you. Where's this Scorpion, by the way? Oh my god, I don't think he knows. I don't think GoKu realizes that there's a Scorpion here. It kind of blends into this catapult, this mangonel. And he's got an onager here as well. I don't think he realizes he's got 2 siege units here, which honestly could change the dynamic of the game entirely. An onager shot right now. Oh man, 23 army count. Our Teuton now doing multi-pronged raids. He's here to the north with champions, Teutonic Knights. He's raiding with scouts to the south. Posturing? Does Red see this army? Yes, he does. So he's just kind of posturing here, telling Red, hey, the second you move out to the north, I know exactly what's happening. I'm just going to move to the south. Both players very much relying on their relic gold at the moment, trying to use it to pump out as many champions as possible, because that's what they can afford. Slick Rick sold 1,500 food. And let's see what he decides to do with it. For now, he's going onagers. Okay. Not too sure why he sold... Actually, no, what am I talking about? Yeah, that's exactly why he sold food. For some reason, my brain was thinking the onager upgrade, which costs food. Strangely, right? Shouldn't it cost wood? And then my mind said, oh, well, if that costs food, then of course the onager costs food as well. No castles in this area, which means the Teutonic Knights have basically free reign in this enclosed area. But if they venture a little bit too far, these Detonets castles are going to have their way with them. Oh, we got a random Cavalier. 2 Cavaliers trying to take on Teutonic Knights. And the predictable result of that attempt. Boyars. Why are these Teutonic Knights not moving? Look at them just hanging out, having the time of their life, letting these... Oh my goodness, what a missed opportunity for this onager to get a shot off at these Teutonic Knights. Look at their HP. What absolute terrible HP. 50 down 50%. No more onagers. It looks like they both got sniped. With trample damage, this champion should... makes no difference with one unit. Champion should basically do as well as a champion normally does. And in they come yet again. Now they're going to get the treb again. Maybe. Yes, they do. As this friendly treb shells this position. 4 of them, but it looks like another castle did go down. Does our slab... I mean, we know he has stables because we saw those Cavaliers. He's only got 6 stables. He's selling stone for gold. He's selling wood for gold. He's selling food for gold. What is he training with? And now he's going Hussars. GoKu also selling 1,000 food for gold. What is he going? Hand cannoneers. Okay, so one player finally going raiding unit. One player finally going infantry killing unit. Oh, this wall off not complete. And the these scouts move in, but not a lot of them. Okay. A very cocky mill here trying to get these berries, 325 of them. Somehow Slick Rick has just been able to stick around. His army supply has been at best 50% of his opponents. I mean, finish the house. Not that it really matters at this point with about 1 billion Teutonic Knights on your doorstep. But should he have used the gold there? Okay, never mind. He is training 2 siege onagers. One pops out. Okay, you've got an opportunity here. You've got an opportunity. Place it right here between the 2 castles. Make the price very heavy. What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing with it? Nothing. Our Teuton pounces. What the hell? He went after the treb. The second one pops out. Okay, much better attack round there. I don't think he got that many kills. Now he gets 11 kills. Third. So he will die with 14 kills. 14 kills for a siege onager right before his death is not bad at all. Teutonic Knights spreading themselves to the southwest. And it looks like Slick Rick is starting to collapse here on the left side of the map. That being said... Okay, so he's taking a raiding unit that attacks on an 11, and he's attacking a unit that has more armor than the attack of his unit. 1 damage a shot. Why isn't he raiding with these units? Slick Rick is getting attacked to the back. This tent is still up. What the actual F is a tent? It kind of looks like the Louis Vuitton symbol here, right? The dark burgundy. Don't ask me why I know what the Louis Vuitton symbol looks like. Teutonic Knights attacking a siege workshop. Hand cannoneers saving these 2 trebuchets together with these halberdiers, but in come more. Okay, so he looks like he's training hussars to attack trebuchets. Do you see a single red dot anywhere near Blue's base? Now he's going after the location here, which is fantastic. So the raiding has begun. What are you? Synchronized attacking a farm. You know, I hope I don't sound like I'm criticizing any of these players. These players are just so much fun to watch. It's been an hour game so far, and both players are basically supply capped. When I say things like, do this, do that, why aren't you doing this? This is just me off the cuff kind of yelling. But man, is it fun. Yeah, again, I hope I don't sound like I'm being critical. I really don't want to be. They're both playing quite well. Slick Rick needs to raid with his raiding units. Okay, he's going back here. Artutin doesn't notice. Now he's going after a defunct town center. Trying to get the... Oh, he doesn't get it. It survives with 18 HP. What killed the Teutonic Knight? The town center? The town center's got 10 kills. And anyway, I was about to say, I hope I don't sound too critical, because when you are being attacked, attacking, and playing in general on 7 different fronts, it is very easy to right-click a farm and attack it with all of your raiding units. It is very easy to do this, where you forget that, hey, wait a second, I have 7. We know at the top of left and top right of our screen exactly how many units there are for each player, what class of units. In the game itself, they do not. Unless they're on control groups and they can see in the bottom the control groups. Okay, this is going to work out very well for our Slav here with the trample damage. What an absolute blue bloodbath. But is it too little too late? Actually, no. Artutin's got fewer villagers. Oh, this is going to be very bad for these Hussars. But you know what? You're trading trash for gold. Sounds like one of those commercials you see at 2 a.m. while watching channels you probably shouldn't be watching. Is that even a thing anymore? Am I the only one who's old enough to remember when you would randomly be like 11 years old and you'd see a channel on TV that was scrambled and you kind of knew what that channel was, but you didn't really know, but you kind of knew? Man, I've gone very far afield. In any event, microing this many units on these multiple fronts is an insanely difficult thing to do, which is why another reason I love deathmatch, because it just drops you into the crucible immediately and you just have to fight like the Dickens. You just have to, oh my god, 15, 12, 13 villager kills by a Teutonic Knight. Oh my goodness gracious. But I mean, this is just ridiculous. I don't know why these 7 guys are not doing anything. And now he's building skirmishers against scouts. What are we, in feudal age? What the hell is going on here? But yet again, an hour and 5 minutes into the game, we've somehow entered a stalemate, a detente. They've agreed to put up a soccer pitch right here and have a bit of a game, World War I style. Trample damage champions are absolutely going to wreck these guys to the same area of effect range. I don't know why Blue is even engaging into these guys. This is a death sentence. This is a waste of time. He's got 13 hand cannoneers on the way, chasing these champions down. Why are they not engaging? Okay. Oh no, did I? Oh, I missed it. I missed it. The Teutonic Knights absolutely shredding these guys to pieces. By the way, is he still alive? 21 kills, 17 villagers. Oh, a hero's death as the town center gets what? Its 11th kill? No, 13th. Oh, lucky 13. That's very auspicious that that town center has the evil 13 number and it killed the Teutonic Knight, given the association of Friday the 13th with the murder of the Knights Templar. I don't know if that's a real thing or a myth, but whatever it is, it's a pretty damn cool story. If you're not familiar why Friday the 13th is an unlucky day, no, it has nothing to do with Hollywood and Jason rising up from the lake. Nothing to do with Freddy Krueger and his Edward Scissorhands glove. Google it. It is a pretty damn interesting story. If it's true, if it's myth, who knows? It happened, what, 900 years ago? I don't think they really had Twitter 900 years ago, or X as it's called now. Another Treb. These players are just spending their very bare gold income on whatever the hell they can afford. 6,600 extra gold, 7,000 extra gold. power of relics, 4 relics apiece. Now that might be the reason why this game has been continuing on for so long. The fact that they both have 4 relics each. And now we've got mini skirmishers around the map. Someone's gonna have to build an army of some kind, and all of a sudden, Slick Rick, 81 army count. What the hell is it? 39 champions against 67 halberdiers and champions with trample damage, and only 6 Teutonic Knights, but 21 hand cannoneers. This is a big question mark. Remember, they come with a +10 attack bonus against infantry, so we will see who wins. I mean, this we know who's gonna win. These champions are gonna shred through these guys like I shred through a pizza. But the hand cannoneers have ensconced themselves between these stables, which is absolutely fantastic. And our Slav is raiding. 2 kills for you. It wasn't fast enough to click. My clicking skills, man. You know, the one thing that scares me about playing, a lot of people always ask, I shouldn't say a lot of people, a bit of a big head on me, but people ask sometimes, you know, do you play the game? Are you going to start live streaming yourself playing the game? And my answer is I would love to, but I'm 41 years old. My clicking skills, as you can see, are absolutely terrible. I am not 16, 17 years old anymore like I was when this game first came out, and able to absolutely shred a keyboard. So that's the one kind of thing holding me back from playing, realizing, look, I don't want to really embarrass myself as I old man click my way through a keyboard, although 41 isn't really that old these days. But with my diet, my sedentary lifestyle, my life choices, my 41 is probably closer to a 51. Who's kidding who? Not exactly one of these life hack 41-year-olds. Oh god, there was a guy that I forget the name. My wife loves bringing up this example. There's some guy who's trying to life hack, a biohack, or whatever the hell it's called, reverse age himself, and he stands every morning with his junk out in front of a what is it? Like a halogen light or something, or like a ultraviolet light, something about vitamins. I don't know what the hell it is. He just stands naked in front of a light for like half an hour. I can't imagine anything I'd rather do less, unless the answer is to be a hussar charging into the face of how many? 79 Teutonic halberdiers. That I'd rather do less. He needs onagers, and he needs them now, and he needs to perfect his attack grounds. Because with 3 or 4 volleys, that one was shit. With 3 or 4 volleys, this army melts. And then all of a sudden, you are on the offensive again. Where are you? Why are you skulking here like an angry teenager in his goth phase? Why aren't you moving forward? Where? Okay, so he is pulling. Okay, this is just ridiculous. This is ridiculous. He's going to kill more of his own units. He's kind of just hiding here in the corner. By the way, does he still have that scorpion? Yeah, but it's moved out. Okay, he caught wind of his onager here. That onager is long dead. Anyway, you guys did not click this video to hear me about biohacking your junk in front of a ultraviolet light. You came to watch Deathmatch, and we are an hour and 15 minutes into the game. Trample damage champions are taking on heavily armored Teutonic infantry units. Why are you back here, hand cannoneers? You are the one unit you need up here in the front. Are you that scared of onager shots? Send out scouts. Keep a very strong vigil on the map, and for the first time in the game, somebody cue the exploding balloons and cannons and Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture, because Slick Rick is ahead in army count and villager count. And just like that, that lead is gone. So it lasted very, very short period of time before the cannon could go off in the 1812 overture. The army count fell significantly. Now he's down 20 army count. Now he's posturing with these champions. Why does my microphone keep clicking? Anyway, silly questions. And now they're engaging into a counter unit. Yuck. Yuckity yuck. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. How many kills on these hand cannoneers? 85 kills. 88 on 38 is more than 2x. It looks like both players have absolutely abandoned attempting to raid each other. I am in utter shock as to why our Slav doesn't just train 20 more hussars and goes on a fun little merry journey here to the back of the Teutons base. I am at a loss for words as to why he's not doing that. Maybe he just doesn't want to give up his forward position. Maybe he doesn't want to get overrun, but you're getting overrun by halberdiers and scouts. Oh, mama, we've got scorpions. Oh, the halberdiers try to cock block. I mean block. Well, I don't know why I said that. Sorry. Oh, sometimes these longer games, they drive a man insane. Here we go. 41 army count to 90. This is the Slick Rick we were used to this game. And now he's going to lose his scorpions as well. Hand cannoneers spread out fantastically to take on this kind of unit who relies on you being clumped. But where the hell are you going? Why does he have siege rams? Is he planning on putting units inside here to close the distance with the hand cannoneers? That's the only reason I can think, to have these siege rams. What the hell? Why would you spend all your gold on siege rams? By the way, the onager here did also fall. I mean, this is just about as juicy a target for an onager as you possibly can have. Kill count on the town center up to 15. Yeah, these hand cannoneers are going to be the MVP. 140 kills for 31 is nice, and above 4x. Come on, get to 155. Get to 155, 152, 153. I'm more invested in this count going up than my subscriber count. Oh, they have to back away. The onager shows up. The onager shows up, takes an absolute shitty shot, and dies a virgin. Wow. 145 kills. Did he actually manage to clip some of these hand cannoneers? I mean, what do you do now? You've got 34 army supply. 8 of it is in this. Where are these 3 trebs, by the way? They're just hiding here in the back. At least repair them. Okay, he saves himself with these hussars. I mean, at this point, what do? You have to build hussars and only hussars. Ooh, here we go, here we go. Finally, a good attack round, and he, right before he dies, gets an 11th kill with that scout. Finally, where are you going? There's a treb right here. And look at the Red's base here to the south. Now, the good news for him, this area has been so attacked multiple times in the last 40 minutes that there's almost nothing left here. The vast majority of his eco is up here with these mills, these town centers, these farms. So the fact that blue keeps attacking into here, there's not really much left here to attack. Let me highlight all of it. 2 villagers, and he's trying to take out the infrastructure as well. Army count now well over 100 for GoKu. And it is not bad army count at all. He still has these 20 hand cannoneers with 122 kills. Now we're at a 6x. Was that a... What the hell was that? Was that a trade cart? No, what was that? I didn't see what that was. It looked like a scout, maybe, or a trade cart. What the hell was that? He still hasn't gotten this treb, and now he's collapsed on the left side of his base. And GoKu, with the perseverance, takes game number 3. Holy moly, what a game. 1,800 kills to 1,400 kills, 260 villagers to 76. That is just crazy. Let's take a look at the economies. I'm not going to look at the bottom right of our screen where we can see it. Oh my god. So halberdiers being the most popular unit, let's call it like that. Oh my goodness. You wouldn't know that our Slav has 50,000 more resources. 50,000 more resources than his opponent. Where was that all? In wood? If only it was the Vietnamese with paper money, he might have had a bit more gold at the end of the game. But food count, surprisingly identical. Actually, maybe not surprising. You got one civ with faster farmers. You got one civ with cheaper, much cheaper farms. Gold count identical. Stone count, holy moly, our Tootin'. Rootin' Tootin' gets a lot more gold, about 2,600 more gold, stone rather. And relic gold, basically identical, about a 500 gold difference. Conversion 0-0. I don't even know why I looked at conversions. But holy moly, missed opportunities for both players. But ultimately, this unit wins out the game. I think without these hand cannoneers, Slick Rick probably would have maybe stuck in the game. I probably would have maybe. That's not a sentence. Maybe would have stuck in the game. Who knows? But what a fantastic game number 3. I mean, what can you say? Both players giving it their all. What was their PKPM and when? 126 right towards the end, 101 right at the end. So both players just microing their hearts out right at the end. Not surprising, trying to dodge onager shots. But holy shit, how many kills did those Teutonic Knights get? How many kills did the Boyars get? And how many Boyars died in the pursuit of Trebs in this game? And ultimately, look at this, a dead zone in between the two players, with GoKu just pivoting the entire might of the Teutonic Empire westward. And with that, he crushes, which is funny because the Slavs are generally east, right? So a little bit of a quirky thing here that GoKu did. I say quirky, maybe I'm the only one who finds that interesting. But in any event, with the scouts, with the halbs, but more importantly with the hand cannoneers, who, again, let's see how many kills. 127, 6x kills, absolutely destroys each one of these wings is a hussar that has fallen to Teutonic halberdiers and the hand cannoneers. And ultimately, I think Slick Rick just says, ugh, everything I throw at you gets shredded to pieces. Every onager I built gets destroyed. I cannot continue, not with you having... By the way, where are his 4 trebs? Oh my goodness. Oh my god, they're stuck. There's a Los Angeles traffic jam here and behind the stable. Wow, that is very sour. Both players not exactly... Actually, where's Red's trebs? Oh, they were moving forward. They wanted to get rid of this treb, I guess. Oh my god, it's got 5 HP. I can keep looking at the map and saying, oh my god, but really, maybe this is why he GG'd. These relics. He lost control of his relics, ended the game with only 2. But whatever the reason is, GoKu takes game number 3, and let's see if Slick Rick can keep the dream alive, or if GoKu is going to take him out 3-1 in the next game. Game number 4 finds us on a hybrid land-water map. Slick Rick this time as the Britons housed. GoKu this time as the Vietnamese housed. Oh, where were you last game, as I mentioned, with paper money? Speaking of paper money, not a lot of trees in this map. Actually, let me try to click all of them. Only 170,000 forests, wood, logs. I don't know what the hell to call it. Looks like everyone's starting this game with the best unit they've got, which in both of these cases is a light cav. And our Briton opting to go Cavalier. Let's look at the map in the meantime while the players engage. We've got a bit of a yin-yang situation in the center of the map. A bit of this dirty sewer water, which it's always salmon or dolphin in the toilet water. But what's the gold looking like? 1290 a pile. 300 stone. Yeah, I don't know why I'm clicking these. Should be the same. But look at the gold pile for Slick Rick in the very forward position. Whereas for GoKu, it's nice and secure in the back. And he's got a relic right here. I mean, where's the closest relic to this base? I don't know. In any event, let's see it. Let's see those 420 pothead HP elephants slowly waddling their way across the map. No blast furnace means their attack is not as strong as it could be. But do you really need a +2 attack when you've got 420 HP? They are going to, I mean, look at that. They are just absolutely wrecking these Cavaliers. Our Briton needs to go Halberdier and needs to start getting castles up. Although Rattan Archers could do a fantastic job against Briton Archers. The Rattan Archer basically has the same Pierce armor as a Huskarl. And as we saw, an Incan Eagle Warrior. And look at our Briton out on the map with a few galleons. Might want to turn around and fight here. Could take a potentially good fight. I don't think he's going to win it, but we should be able to get the HP of these elephants down significantly. Oh no, maybe he won it with the galley reinforcements. There's no attack bonus here. No, there isn't. Ram, ship, fishing ship. Red is expanding off to the side. Ooh, our Briton is going heavy on the siege. Does he have any archers whatsoever? No, he's just got these longbows, which are kind of loitering in front of his town center. Fire ships are taking on elephants. Okay. Welcome to Hyper Random, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's more likely these halberdiers are causing the damage to be done, but we got any demos? Is anyone building any demos? Yes, they are. Our Vietnamese is building demos. Out of which docks? These ones. Okay, so they are slowly moving forward. They are heavy, like the elephants. And let's see it. Okay, you don't want to maybe reveal them just yet. But never mind, they move forward. Fire ships. Okay, good detonations, not the greatest. This one should be pretty good. Okay, I don't think he really needs them. He's got these elephants, 54 elephants. How many are in the forward position? Only 26. Where the hell are the other 28? What is this? Why are there 23 elephants just hanging out here in front of the castle while their brother elephants? I mean, this is perfectly set up for a demo ship, and one does manage to go off, but not I don't think the greatest of hits. Longbows trying to do whatever they can, but they are not going to pierce the thick hide of these elephants with their 11 attack against 7 against 7 pierce armor. And bye Briton ships. Not exactly a victory at Trafalgar, but he does have a few ships left. Our Briton is pushing out. These rattan archers have discovered, looks like they got both villagers who are constructing this castle, maybe not the third, who is kind of just waiting for reinforcements to arrive. The Cavalier is heading this way. The Halberdiers are just, I mean, at this point, turn around and fight. Slick Rick is expanding quite nicely. He is down 8 villagers, but he is down even more when it comes to army count. Uh-oh, the Trebs! The Trebs! He loses, I don't think he lost a single Treb there. Come on. Oh, that is sour. Slick Rick must have looked. Oh, that was fantastic. That was so pleasing on the eyes. And with that, I mean, let's just watch that in slow motion. This is like an action movie. Goku walks away from the screen. Oh, that was so beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful. But Goku with that explosion, I was going to say Slick Rick must have looked away and then looked back. How has he not killed these guys? I thought the Cavaliers were heading that way, but I guess they got a long road to go to Tipperary. This is a long road for these Cavaliers. Where's this villager, by the way? What happened to the villager? These guys still only have 2 kills. The villager was here. And the Cavalier kind of just forlornly watching the salmon or whatever this is. Yeah, salmon. Yeah, what a sour game there for Slick Rick, who loses the entirety of his navy, survives with only 2 demos. Yikes. And both of them are heavy. But unfortunately, he has... I mean, look at the wood count for our Briton. You need a lot more wood than 4,000 wood. I mean, this is what you don't need, which is food. I guess he went heavy on the Cavalier. But look at the infrastructure. Not a bad settlement, but ultimately, yeah, just those demos. You've got to be so careful on land/water maps. Otter knows this very well. Has told me many times throughout our co-casting about the demos that you just absolutely, and we see it now, why, if you didn't already know why. Man, that was absolutely disgusting. Look at this. 9 minutes into the game, 216 kills to 70 and 4 villager kills. This is a very interesting location. See, when I first saw this, I think I was zoomed in. I thought there was a piece of land maybe connecting them, maybe build a transport ship. I didn't realize he would have to go all the way south. Oh, here we go. The villager. The villager looks like he got sniped by the rattans. Yeah, that is sour. What a... Oh my god, it's Apocalypse Now. Willem Dafoe raising his hands to the sky as he gets gunned down by the Viet Cong. Wow, what a cool little way to end this game/series with Goku taking it. I mean, I would have loved to see paper money in action, but unfortunately, he's got... the game ended so quickly, we don't really get to see how much of an impact it would have. It would have been much more useful last game. But, you know, of course, different civ match of different dynamic. Who knows if that game would have lasted as long as it did. But our Briton here just unable to stop these elephants. He's got 33 left. All of a sudden, look at their HP. 13,000 HP shows up on his border. He loses the HMS Navy. And there, like I said, Nelson and still dies at Trafalgar, but it's a loss. And the Vietnamese have literally nothing stopping them from pushing through, pumping the gas. And now how many rattan archers? 33 rattan archers. So the longbows are not going to accomplish much. He's only got 8 of them. Even if he had more, I mean, look, I talk a big game about these guys. 10 Pierce armor is insane against a unit that does 11 damage. I don't know why I highlighted a monk. 11 damage, 1 damage per shot. How strong these rattan archers are against other archers. 45 longbows needed to one-shot a rattan archer. And even though Slick Rick expanded off to the side, ultimately it did not work. And he falls 3-1 in the second set of the night or day. I don't know exactly when this premiere is showing for you, if it's day or night time. And with the big, fat, chonkily, waddly boys, but more importantly, with these demo ships, it is GoKu who takes game number 4, and with it, the series. Let's see what set number 3 looks like, and let's hope it's as fun as this set and the first set, because so far, these games have just been absolutely super fun. But enough talking, a little less conversation, as Elvis would say, a little more action. Let's move on to set number 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on set number 3, possibly the final set of the premiere, depending on how long these games go. And I already see some pretty damn cool features. First of all, it looks like everyone's starting with a pretty awesome looking hero unit, Din Lay. I'm assuming that is a Vietnamese hero unit, if someone in the chat knows or someone in the comments knows, but a pretty damn cool unit, a pretty powerful unit as well. So we'll see how many villagers the players can snipe of each other. I also am noticing a few things here. A yurt and a fulwork. Okay, perhaps not the best placed fulwork, but in any event, before I dive into that, oh, it looks like a villager already dead. Ooh, yellow's hero unit dies with 1 villager kill. Red trying, does get 1. Let's actually follow along with this hero unit while we okay, it looks like he's about to die. In any event, I'm gonna stop distracting myself. Mununez as the Japanese in red, and Lord Turfox, whose name I still don't know if I can say in public here on YouTube. Oh, so both players getting 1 villager apiece, not the end of the world. Let's see who the players are playing today. And by the way, the fulwork, why is it placed this way with a part of it heading off the edge of the map? Looks like Mununez did spawn the Japanese, and Lord Turfox spawned the Khmer, the Khmer. Ooh, we've seen this matchup before, I believe, in the Japanese with those Yasama towers. And speaking of Yasama towers, he's already going up to 8 in the forward position. It does look like there are a few keeps surrounding both bases. So an interesting spawn. Our Khmer rightfully going elephants. Take a look at their attack. 21 and scorpions with the extra range. 9 ranged scorpions are going to be perhaps problematic for our Japanese player, who at this point already has a bunch of 9 range onagers as well. Looks like he kind of dinged his own units there. Was that canceled or was that destroyed? Our Khmer is turtling up. Turfox here playing it very close to his vest. He's down a 2/3 army supply, but 66 of Mununez's army is incredibly slow moving halberdiers, which are going to get absolutely wrecked by these scorpions and arbalests, as long as he can keep his elephants nice and safe. Ooh, we've got 30 ballista elephants on the way here. Ooh, good shot as well. I'm gonna stop going ooh because I'm probably annoying the hell out of everyone. Red looks like he's expanding economically up to the north side of the map. Yellow into the eastern portion of the map. And by the way, let's take a look at that map. Looks like a bit of an S-shaped. I don't know why my mind went to S Club 7, that old pop band from like a billion years ago. But yeah, a bit of an S-shaped elevation in the middle. Elephants are closing in. These are, luckily for yellow, these red onagers are just plain onagers, not siege onagers. Otherwise, these ballista elephants would be in a lot more trouble than they already are. But Turfox is out of gold, and he's got no army. He is training ballista elephants out of 4 castles, but they are going to be training very slow. The Trebs are already here. Mununez wants to take game number 1 in a very quick, decisive fashion. Oh my god, we're back to the monkeys, the smoke monkeys. I know there's action happening, but I can't resist a good monkey. And let's see how our Khmer defends as he is on the low ground, which is probably not where you want to be if you are engaging into a unit that has an attack bonus against you. The elephants just melt. Yikes. They are moving in here. They only have 320 HP. Scorpions, where are you? What are you doing? The first castle down. Looks like a second one will fall pretty soon. This push out of Mununez is proving to be quite devastating. He's already banked, or rather he has banked 4,600 gold. Yellow trying to maneuver around, but this castle will discover their attempt. Let's see it attack the villagers. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. They die before they can even get to the castle. That is incredibly sour there for Lord Turfux, whose second castle falls, his third castle falls, and another castle doesn't even manage to go up. Okay, so I guess he realizes he just can't really make an issue out of anything here. There's already way too powerful of an army knocking on his doorstep on the high ground. What should he have done? Should he have expanded out into the middle? He really felt like he was turtling up here for a while. He does have the villager lead, which is fantastic, but villager lead is one thing. Army supply is quite the other. And look at that. Once the castles get felled, all the gold for the ballista elephants goes back into the bankroll, and all of a sudden 4,600 gold to 4,630. Pike halberdiers versus elephants with big old ballistas mounted on their backs. Looks like our Japanese yet again proving to be the superior civilization in this matchup with those towers and those Cataperuto trebs. Man, 2 of the unique upgrades for the Japanese in plain sight. That was a pretty fun first game. Not the longest of games, but we got to see a few of the Khmer heavy hitters. Let's move on to game number 2 and see what we see then. Okay, game number 2. Jarl. Looks like everyone's starting with 2 hero units this game and a whole bunch of villagers. 6 villagers, 2 heroes apiece. To the north, Mununez, this time as the Dravidians, taking on the Britons by Turfux this time. Okay, everyone loves to see. Who doesn't love to see the Britons in a very interesting map with a big old crater, an impact crater here. Perhaps the meteor that killed the dinosaurs having landed here in the center of the map. The rest looks like a pretty standard Arabia style map with a few choke points in the center, which I always say go to the benefit of the archer units as well. The gold pile is not exactly a lot of gold, okay, but the quantity of the gold. Is this a ranged unit? Did I just hear him throw something? Okay, melee attack of 22. Let's see him in action. Yeah, oh my god, it's a throwing axeman. I was gonna say, based on the name, based on the image, it definitely looks somewhat Scandinavian or Northern European. A throwing axeman on a horse, and Jarl falls. Reminds me of my one of my favorite cheeses when I lived in Norway in Oslo for 6 months. Man, oh man, did I eat a lot of Jarlsberg cheese. It was so cheap. And then I came back to Canada, which has significant taxes on foreign cheese. So we don't get a lot of foreign cheese in Canada, which absolutely sucks, because one of my favorite foods in the world is a New York City slice of pizza, which uses some of that delicious New York, or I should just say American yellow cheese, which we don't have in Canada. It's so freaking frustrating. Anyway, you did not tune in to hear me blab on about how fat I am. Let's take a look at red is expanding significantly already. Yellow again. Turfux playing it close to the vest. Not too sure longbows are the way to go right now. Okay, he's going up to 21 onagers. You need a few heavy hitting units. Arbalests probably also not the way to go at the moment. Maybe wait until you get rid of these elephants. Look how little damage these arbalests do. Now the good news for our Briton is that these elephants are weak AF, only doing 11 damage. So even though they're pretty damn thick, 280 HP, they are not the most powerful, but a castle in your face is, as the first siege elephant with that beautiful flowered armor is heading over. Okay, so the first kills here going very much in favor of our Dravidian, who, by the way, remember, has Woot's steel right now. Which is why our Briton is probably doubling down on the onagers, wanting to make sure that none of these units close the gap. None of these champions get in his face. Red is expanding, but there's already 2 Briton towers here to the side. What are you? Also a Briton tower. Okay, so Turfux is choosing to secure his wings with towers. Also with these werewolf trebs as they begin shelling away at this Dravidian castle. But what the hell is he going to do? I mean, look at the HP on these halberdiers. It's just going to disappear. Onagers getting absolute terrible shots there. Oh no. Absolutely horrible shots by those onagers, and the Dravidian army just pushes through. I mean, what the hell do you do here against wood steel? Oh my goodness. I guess you just die. Another terrible shot by the onagers. Okay, the Dravidian has busted through the forward line of offense of the Briton and is now moving firmly into the front of the Britons' base. Okay. I mean, at this point, build anything. I said no to longbows, but at this point, spend your resources. Build anything you can. He's going up to 16 trebuchets, is our Briton. Not terrible, but until these guys show up, then all of a sudden those trebs mean nothing. He's got a few champions as well, going up to 15 of them. The towers are getting this. Okay. Oh, the castle does end up going up. Oh, that is very sour. So to the left, he's going to lose his control of that wing. To the right, he does have firm control, does Lord Turfax. What are you? You are an outpost. Britons need numbers. Their units are not the strongest in the game. Probably quantity is what you should be going for. He is training 28 halberdiers. I mean, I'm looking at the castles. I don't see any longbows being trained. And even though, like I said, I was initially against them, at this point, when you've got your opponent in your face, anything, just throw anything at him. You do not want to go down 2-0 in a series of best of 5. Another castle falls. Another castle's about to fall, and down it goes, and down goes the game for Lord Turfax, who finds himself in a 2-0 deficit against Mununez, who just used those incredibly chunky elephants of the Dravidians. And now Rumis are moving forward as well with their charge attack. EX, remember, this is the, I think, the only charge attack in the game. What am I trying to say? Yes, that has a trample damage. Sorry. Bit of a brain fart. My mind went to Jarlsberg cheese again for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with my brain. Look at this market foundation. Pretty. But ultimately, oh, it looks like a Urumi made his way to the back here. No kills for him just yet. But look, Turfax yet again is constricted. It looks nice. I guess defensively works for you, but I don't know. I just feel like this kind of base versus a more open one, especially one that's jutting out. He could have built out to here. He could have built out to here. He needed to spread his infrastructure a little bit more, but ultimately the reality is the Dravidian just didn't give him time. 10 minutes into the game, he has overwhelmed him with literally 6 or 7 times the army count. And this time Turfax is also down in villagers. Looks like his towers are going to pay the price here. To the left, to the right. Again, the towers are up, but not really guarding anything. Okay, let's move on to game number 3. I hope Lord Turfax can pull a rabbit out of his hat and take us to the full 5 games, which we haven't seen yet today. So hopefully this is the first time we do. Let's move on to game number 3. All right, game number 3, a bit more of a standard opening. It looks like a Hussar for Mununez, who is playing as the Burmese. And it looks like a Hussar for Lord Turfax, who's playing the Hindustanis. Okay, so 2 potentially powerful cavalry civilizations here. And let's take a look. Although our Burmese is going infantry, also not bad. Burmese infantry with the extra attack. Not a bad choice at all, especially if you're expecting a camel push out of your opponent, which, I don't know. I've said this before with the Hindustanis. I'm not a fan of opening with camels. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just such a weak unit against anything that's not a cavalry unit. Again, look at this 12 attack. Although the Hindustani camels with their building attack bonus, they do attack 20% faster, but he's going to run into a bunch of halberdiers. And by the way, halberdiers with 13 attack because of the free +3 now that they're in Imperial. Anyway, let's take a look at the map real quick. Okay. One map, we had a crater in the middle. The other, we've got a big old depression where it looks like a bit of water, no fish at all. Lemon bushes? Very juicy lemon bushes here with 324 food. apiece. And let's see what happens here. The camels are leading the halberdiers on a chase, but a few of them do ignore and move forward, probably just to scout, probably just to see what's going on. Neither player really getting a kill of villagers at all. And this is what I'm talking about. Now yellow is going to waste a lot of gold. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to click on the hand cannon here. How many archery ranges? You've got Chattagny. You see your opponent is going halberdier. Get out some of those 9 range hand cannoneers. Those are absolutely going to be deadly with their +10 infantry attack. Okay, does manage to win that battle just by virtue of outnumbering his opponent about 10-1. There is a annoying forest here in the center of the map. Mununez already, as we saw in the first 2 games, expanding to the back. This time Turfox is doing a much better job, by the way. He is expanding close to home, but it's a little bit further away than before. His base is actually a little bit more spread out. I like the infrastructure. I want to see more hand... Why is this hand cannoneer being trained forever? Oh, because he's stuck behind a queue of cav archers. Okay, cav archers. All right. Let's see it. The player's taking a bit of a soft approach to starting the game. 4 Gulams head out. Let's see what they can do here. What they discover, probably just an expeditionary force to explore what is going on. Oh, our Hindustani is building docks. Okay, let's see it. I mean, I guess this body of water is connected. I believe the ships can traverse this gray area, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see soon enough. Turfox find himself down half the army count. He does have a bit more villagers, but he's throwing literally the kitchen sink. What do we got here? Camels, cav archers, gulams, onagers. Whereas our Burmese is opting to build no Arambi whatsoever. He's building 5 Arambi. What was that? Looks like he attacked his own units there for a second. Probably a quick... Oh, there's a Gulam moving in here that I didn't see. F the forest, says our Burmese. I am shocked we're not seeing more Arambi out of Mununez. Especially against clumped units. Oh, let's keep an eye on Red's vision. Oh, the Treb is here, so he sees everything. Oh, that Treb. Lucky Treb. Now let's see if I'm right, if these demo ships can traverse this gray sandy bank. I mean, it kind of does look like it, right? Yeah. Okay, great. You traded a demo ship for a halberdier or 2. Both players, by the way, fantastic expansion. Castle Town Center. Castle, 2 town centers. Turfox is ahead villager count, but in come the hussars from the Burmese. They're going to discover a castle going up. Villagers not protected at all. Yellow being a little hesitant. He's now down 60 army supply, almost 70 army supply. As he hurts his own units. Oh, okay. Some terrible attacks there out of Mununez's onagers, who will pay the price. A volley as he runs away misses entirely. Now, I will say the Hindustanis against cavalry should do quite well, but I mean, you have to actually fight your opponent. You can't just kind of stand there all perverty and look at what they're doing. You actually have to engage into them. And these camels with their attack bonus plus 18 against cavalry makes them absolutely fantastic at taking down hussars. There's also 46 elephants en route. This is a lot of halberdiers out of red. This is a lot of halberdiers out of red. Let's see them engage into something. At this point, using 13 attack, building +3, I would throw these guys at a bunch of castles. You're not really seeing a lot of cavalry. It looks like Turfox wants to do a bit of a cheeky run by, or maybe a wraparound. Luckily for our Hindustani, all of his castles appear to be on the high ground. This is not an elevation. This is a depression. But the numbers are just not there. He is getting overwhelmed. The hand cannoneers are finally here, but their 9 range doesn't mean anything if you're in the opponent's face. What are the camels doing? Camels are going to try to raid, but with a 12 attack, they're not going to find a lot of damage, I don't think. Especially not when they're... Okay, they're not even raiding at all. They're just turning around and coming back home. Half of them are dead. And now they're clumped up for these Arambi. Ay, ay, ay. If you're not familiar with the Arambi at this point, they're accuracy is dog shit. 30%. Oh, here we go. Demos. Okay, first demo gets a good shot off. I mistook, I think, this one for a demo ship accidentally. Mununez's army supply is still doubled his opponent, but it's not double what it used to be. It used to be 140 to 70. Now it's 70 to 35. But little by little, slowly but surely, the infrastructure of the Hindustani is falling. The Hindustani has thrown in a bunch of fire ships. Why are the halberdiers retreating? We saw that they come with a nice juicy attack bonus against ships, plus 17. 13 attack plus 17 bonus is pretty damn good against a fire ship. No relevant attack bonus. I don't think we're going to see turtle ships. Okay, he might want to pivot these units here to the left. Maybe try to attack this town center, but engaging into the center instead with his hussars. Look at the production line for our Hindustani. He's training every available unit. He's getting elite cannon galleons. He's got a siege elephant. Camel count is down to 5. He is out of gold. Our Burmese, 3,500 gold, has taken the entire western portion of the map, but Turfux has taken the north and the east and is laying a claim to the center south over here. 99 villagers, so he's doing an amazing job so far. And now this castle is going to fall, and now this castle is under attack. Oh, our Hindustani is putting up a fight. He does not want to go gentle into that good night. 3 more town centers popping up for him with already 100 villager population, so he wants to use those cheaper Hindustani villagers to replenish any kind of raiding his opponent might do, or maybe he just wants a bigger economy. Looks like a few Gulams trying to intercept these castles. They are going to fail. And now this castle's down. I'm not sure what the point of repairing that even was. One more Gulam. Leroy Jenkins his way into the front of the battle here and will immediately die before getting a single HP of damage worth. And Turfux's Treb also falls here. So what looked like a very promising setup here is slowly turning into a nightmare for our Hindustani, whose army is here to the north, while he is being raided to the south. And his army, 71, what is it, 8, 11, 15, 13 of it is in actual ships. I wonder if he can traverse all the way over here, actually, to help out. We see the ships can go on the lighter sandbanks. I mean, you've got these Trebs, might want to defend them. You see an onager moving forward, slowly zigzagging his way over to this area. And these Trebs are already injured, so a second volley will absolutely wreck them, and they pack at the worst possible time. Unpack, whatever the hell it is. Let's click it. I'm going to learn these once and for all. So they are packed when they're in attack mode, ladies and gentlemen. He says, being the idiot who doesn't know the difference. Turfux is the one putting on a good amount of pressure here. The onager will fall. He's southern flank is kind of safe for now. Mununez taking a bit of a, like I said, a soft approach to the aggression this game. He is very confident that he can hold here. I mean, these champions, 20 attack. These may as well be Garland War Aztec champions. Ooh, Cannon Galleon gets caught out, but Cav Archers move in to intercept. Demos, why? No, I was going to say don't waste yourselves on Hussars. Yeah. Might want to bring your Cannon Galleon here to help with the Treb, but I guess he doesn't need it. Run away, save your hand, Cannoneers. Oh, he doesn't have a castle here, doesn't have enough stone. Just now got enough stone for a castle. I mean, this is just about as deadly an army as you can have out of the Burmese. Cavalry cannot engage into this because of the halberdiers. Archers can't engage into this because of the elephant. Infantry can't engage into this because of the Arambai and the elephants. And anything that clumps is going to get absolutely wrecked by these Arambai. Yikes. One elephant takes on 4 hand cannoneers. They will eventually kill him as a big old cannonball joins the battle. Turfux is doing a good job. He's not getting the critical damage done here that he needs, and now he's got to defend over here. But all of a sudden, 29 camels show up, and they're going to absolutely wreck these Arambai. The halberdiers on the wrong side of the siege workshop. They are not here to save their elephant and Arambai brethren. and they just melt underneath the Imperial camels. Amazing, amazing fight there for Turfax, who absolutely wipes out the entire Burmese army, and for the first time this series, I think, takes the lead in terms of army supply and villager lead, and he's supply capped. He's gonna get these trebs as well, and he's still here to the center, but our Burmese has 7,000 gold, has established a position here. Has Yellow seen any of this? No, he has not. He's got to get a unit in here to spot this immediately. You do not want to let your Burmese opponent have a big base here with their cavalry. But maybe he's not thinking about that. Maybe he wants to just begin the attack. Let's see it. Hindustani castle falls to the bombard onslaught. The Treb helping out as well. And now the fire ships are under attack, and he manages to get an onager. But the onager didn't manage to kill a BBC as well. Let's see if he gets the other one. No, he does not. It's not a siege onager, which means it survives. Is he training anything here to the south? Oh no, for now he's just building the infrastructure, waiting for the right moment to send this. A whole bunch of hussars to raid. But again, raiding with hussars against the civ that has imperial camels. I'm not too sure you need your cav archers here. You might want to move your cav archers here and start sniping halberdiers. Mununez is down significantly in the food department. He is training hussars, but he's got 500 food. There are already camels here. They are full health, fresh recruits. So should be able to stop this aggression to the south. A random monk joins in, heals the ghoul. Okay, the Ghulams are pretty good against the halberdiers as well. They are able to injure multiple units at once. Demo ship a little late to the party. Mununez attacking to the east will run into a bunch of camels. He loses the entire attacking force, but is he done? No, he's continuing to build infrastructure. And now Yellow gets wind of this. A guard tower should be able to help him see the rest of it. Cav archers trying to take down a Treb, but a Treb with 150 pierce armor is not going to go down easy. Bombard cannon does, though. Onagers, be careful, Yellow. Okay, these hussars haven't done much so far. Okay, the tower never actually managed to get up. And now these hand cannoneers. Oh, that was a double whammy there for the castle. Got a hand cannoneer and a cav archer. Yellow's aggression has stalled. Mununez has used the opportunity to take the military lead. 64 army count. Oh, all of a sudden, not in the lead anymore. But Turfax does have the eco. 130 villagers is pretty damn good. He's getting relics. A second one for him. His opponent already has two. Looks like the bombardment begins to the south this time. But now the Arambai are out. Again, I was in utter shock that Mununez didn't go heavy on the Arambai. It is such a powerful unit. You might think that 30% accuracy is terrible. And it is. It absolutely is. But the gimmick, the shtick with the Arambai is that they do 100% damage to any unit, even if they land on it, even if their dart lands on it accidentally. Ooh, are they close enough to the shore? Are they close enough to the shore? No, they're not. Usually in Age of Empires, if you've got an archer unit, a ranged unit, and it fires at you, if it misses and hits another unit, it does half the damage. The Arambai are the only one that actually does full damage to a unit it mistakenly hits. Yellow's going to try to clear up this force to the right as the force to the left begins. Cannon galleons not using, rather normal galleons not using their range here, but the cannon galleon backup has arrived. These Trebs are going to go down, but they are on the high ground, which means it's going to take a little bit longer. Yeah, maybe not. Call number 78 that Isaac gets wrong this premiere. Castle, will it go down? It's got 2 villagers repairing, but 2 villagers against the Treb. I don't know if that's going to be quick enough. To the far west, we've reached a state of détente. Do not dare explode. Don't you dare waste yourself on an elephant unit that's already dying. Saves the demo. Mununez has managed to bank a good amount of food. Turfax is out of stone, but he's got 3,200 gold. And now he's got to back away. Pick off the halbs, and then send in a few camels. What is... Mununez is trying to be very sneaky here. The camels engage, but look at that. Oh, he did more damage to his own army than his enemy did to him. Now he's fighting elephants with hussars, which is not going to go well for him. He is training 10 camel riders, but like that hand cannoneer we saw earlier, they are stuck behind the queue. Is his infrastructure enough? I'm going to zoom out. Apologies. Only 8 stables. That is not good enough. How many archery range? Only 5. Oh man, our Hindustani needs to get the infrastructure up a little bit more. And look at this, a blocking siege workshop here by yellow, but it falls to the Zarambai / Onager combo. He didn't even really need to destroy that. Could have just gone around it by demolishing some of these trees, some of these olive trees. Oh, interesting. Not a type of tree you see very frequently. And now the Arambai are going to have an absolute field day. Although they are going after the town center. I don't think they come with an attack bonus against buildings, do they? Yeah, no, 0. So Arambai taking down buildings, halberdiers taking down buildings, siege elephants trying to take down buildings as real elephants take down buildings. It looks like Turfux managed to convert a few battle elephants. How many does he have? Let's take a look at the top 2 elite battle elephants for him. This is a whole bunch of villagers doing jack nothing. 42 idle villagers out of 87. All of a sudden, our Hindustani's economy has absolutely collapsed. Elephant wanders aimlessly around here. Go and attack the something. Why are you attacking Arambai? Demo ships versus halberdiers. Oh, that is a complete waste of resources. And now the raiding by the hussars has begun. Look at the mini-map. Look at yellow completely under siege. To the right, to the center, to the north, to the west. I don't know why I have such trouble with directions when I cast games. He is pushing back with a few cav archers, but they are not going to do well against these Arambai. I mean, the Arambai are missing a lot. But again, anything that lands just... Okay, you know what will do good? What will do better is these Gulams, who are should in theory shred through these Arambai, but no, even then the Arambai stand strong. Do they have archer? Yeah, they have archer armor, so the Gulam does come with a bonus against them. Let's click and see what it is. I believe +5, +6. All right, they're elite. I made this mistake while casting a game recently where I was talking about the stats for a samurai and a jaguar warrior, and I kept thinking of the base stats. Or no, I kept thinking of the elite stats and talking about the base model, and here I'm talking about the elite model with the base stats. Turfux has 1 idle villager now, but he's down to 79 villagers to the 96, and now it is our red Burmese who is supply capped. Oh no, you should not be sending individual hussars to deal with elephants. Okay, he's got a bit of a hit force here. Probably would be better... what's the word I'm looking for? Better deployed over here to the east portion of the map, as these elephants are just going to swarm everything. And now 100 army count to 34. He needs to Turfux needs to figure out what he wants to do in terms of, do I attack to the left, the right? You can't attack in both places. You've got, again, 15 army count now. You don't have the infrastructure. Okay. Wow. Mununez sweeps it 3-0. But yeah, Turfux needed to decide where he wanted to attack and then bring the hammer down. These kind of pinpoint attacks with Gulams here against elephants, with hussars against elephants. If you're going to go with a unit that's not a counter, just a standard unit, and hussars are pretty damn weak at the end of the day. First of all, what the hell are you doing here at the bottom of the map? They're not the strongest unit attacking on an 11. So you're going to need quantity if you want to take down elephants. Okay? So you need to focus all of your might on one and then destroy it and then swing to the other side. You can't send 2 hussars, 10 Gulams, a few hussars, a converted siege elephant, and a monk. This way, you have to mass your army, especially when you're down this much. I mean, easier to say, of course, as a caster, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Red overwhelms. Ultimately, a bit of a softer game by both players, neither one really pushing in. At one point, Turfux looked unstoppable with pressure on 1, 2, and 3 different locations. But ultimately, he does succumb to the more powerful Burmese elephant-based army. 47 elite battle elephants. And remember, the Burmese elephants come with extra armor, 9 pierce armor, 6 melee. So you need a counter unit. And just now the barracks are going up, but that's not going to help him at all. That is not going to help him at all. And with this last game, Mununez takes the 3rd set of the evening or morning or afternoon, wherever the hell you are. 3-0. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the fastest Chaos Deathmatch tournament. If you're not familiar with what Deathmatch is still, I don't know what I can do anymore to show you why I love this variant of Age of Empires. This, I don't want to use the word variant just because I just saw the Loki finale, and I feel like I'm stealing something from the Marvel/Disney meta by saying the word variant, but I'm going to say variant. Why the hell not? It's a type of Age of Empires. A stork flies over everything, but ultimately, yeah, if you like what you saw, hit that like button. Let us know that you are a fan of big battles, huge economies, and incredibly hyper random maps. I mean, we saw the throwing axeman on a horse, Jarl, which launched me into a whole story about how I ate cheese in Norway. I mean, how can you? I think that's a win-win for everybody. In any event, thank you so much for joining. These were very fun sets to cast, and there is an amazing set that I just finished casting that I'm going to premiere as well. And I'm not going to say any spoilers, but if you're a fan of Deathmatch or just Age of Empires in general, keep an eye out, because I will be posting it very, very shortly. It is absolutely an incredible set that was played as part of the fastest Chaos Deathmatch tournament, which you saw right now. And you guys know I am terrible at these outros. I am horrible. I schlep them out like I'm Alexander Dumas being paid for each word, which is why I think the Count of Monte Cristo is like 1 billion words and about 1 billion pages long. I don't know why the hell my mind went there. In any event, thanks for joining. I'll see everyone in the next one. This was the fastest Chaos Deathmatch tournament, and we'll see everyone for more Deathmatch fun. Take care, everyone, and until we meet again, good luck and have fun. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.